had one champion crowned on Championship Friday nights. We are just about set to crown another, as it is the Class 3A Girls State Championship game for 2023. As tonight, it will be the Benton Community Bobcats taking on the Sioux Center Warriors. And great to have you with us here from Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines. Scott Unash and Mount Vernon girls basketball coach Nate Sanderson joining you here courtside after a thrilling Class 5A state title game won by Pleasant Valley 59-56. Number one beats number two, and PV wins the 5A state championship, the first championship for the Mississippi Athletic Conference, according to Matt Koss of the Quad City Times, since Bettendorf won it in 1994. So you do the math, that's 29 years, almost 3 decades since the last time the MAC won a big school title, we should say. I think Davenport Assumption won some in there, but not in the big class. But that's 5A. We get ready to crown a champion in Class 3A, and someone's going to get their first crown. Is it going to be Benton Community making their 5th appearance, or will it be Sioux Center making their 6th appearance? As we welcome you in on the Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths pregame show, live from Wells Fargo Arena here in Des Moines. 5A was chalk, and 3A has been everything but chalk here so far. Nate, we've got the number 4 seed and the number 6 seed in the state championship final.
Well, there's been some upsets in the field here in 3A, as we've seen all week here. Of course, Vinton-Schellsburg over the number 1 seed ELC, Estherville Lincoln Central there, the Midgets in the first round, and Solon falling in a heartbreaker in the semifinals to Sioux Center here. So it's going to be a good one here tonight, even though both teams come in not ranked in the top 2 or 3 there, but should be an interesting matchup. Sioux Center obviously playing that zone defense that they showed against Solon, the long 1-3-1 zone that can really eat up some space with the length that they have inside. And of course, Benton, led by Jenna Tweet, they're going to be able to spread the floor with shooting. It's going to be, I think, a perimeter offensive game for Benton versus the size at the other end for Sioux Center, and it should be a good one here tonight.
Yep, you got 2 diverse teams as far as the way they get things done going at it in this one. And for Benton Community, of course, terrific win over arch rival Vinton-Schellsburg in the semifinals. And Sioux Center getting here for the first time in their 6th appearance here at the Girls State Tournament. Warriors come in at 20-5 on the year. They were the 4th place team in the always tough Siouxland Conference up in northwest Iowa, as Central Lyon was the champion. Sibley Oshedon and West Lyon finishing ahead of Sioux Center. But this is a very, very solid basketball team. Got here with wins over West Marshall, 79-53 in the quarterfinals, and then had to hold off Solon. They held off a last-second 3-point shot to win it by the Lady Spartans, 46-44. Meanwhile, Benton Community held off Des Moines Christian, 40-34 in the quarters, and of course got that win against Vinton-Schellsburg, and that was by a score of 51-42. So no matter which of the quadrants that you come from as far as Benton County is concerned, and I wrote them all down: Atkins, Blairstown, Elberon, Keystone, Norway, Newhall, Watkins, and Van Horn. So all coming together to form Benton Community. And yeah, we'll see what happens here tonight, as somebody's going to hoist the trophy for the first time in girls basketball in Class 3A. You talked about, Nate, the guard play for Benton, like Emma Townsley, Jenna Tweet, McKenna Kramer. They're going to have to do a yeoman's job, I think, defensively as well as offensively. Can they force Sioux Center into some turnovers? Sioux Center is very tall, as you mentioned, but they have had a propensity to turn it over a little bit down here against pressure defense in the state tournament. It's going to be interesting to see if Coach Zittergren is going to unleash the pressure defense tonight.
Well, Benton hasn't shown a lot of full court press during the regular season, but they will not ratchet up a little bit in the half court. Been a man-to-man staple team here throughout the season, and I think you're right. I think the guards from Sioux Center may be a little bit vulnerable to pressure. But if you're Benton, you'd like to be able to do that without fouling. Obviously, that's going to be a big key, as we saw in the semifinal when Jenna Tweet picked up her 4th foul with about 7 minutes to go in the game and did a masterful job playing with 4 fouls and finishing that game. But you want to stay out of foul trouble for sure, and it's just going to be a different puzzle for Benton to solve tonight. McKenna Kramer was locked up pretty well in the semifinal game and just struggled to be able to get very many shot opportunities. I think she only took 3 field goals in that game, made 2 threes, made them count, but she was face guarded most of the night. If Sioux Center comes out in that 1-3-1, the corners are going to be vulnerable, I think. I think she's going to get some good looks. We played Benton in all in zone when we played him, and Tweet just knifes through the seams in his zone. I don't care if it's 2-3, 1-3-1. She's so good at creating off the dribble that I think that's going to be a big key for them offensively. And we saw the work of even Nelson underneath the basket, just finding little pockets, and Benton does such a great job of feeding the post on the opposite side. I think all of those things are going to be available to them tonight. But as you said, at the other end of the floor, are they going to be able to negate the size and the length of Sioux Center around the basket? That remains to be seen.
Can they stay out of foul trouble? People like Piper Nelson. And then going to need big games off the bench from Addison Phillips. Comes in only 5'7", plays taller than that. And then especially Aubrey Kelly at 5'10". She may be called upon to do some guarding on inside people, because if you're going up against Sioux Center, they go 6 foot, 5'10", 5'10", and this is a Sioux Center team that is chock full of athletes. Willow Bleeker is the leading scorer at 12.2 points a game. It's a very balanced group. She's going to go play basketball at Dordt, but 4 of the 5 starters are going to go on to play college athletics, softball, volleyball, track, and basketball. So one apiece, if you will. So it shows that they are very, very good athletes out there, and that's going to be tough.
Well, we saw it firsthand at the 3A volleyball tournament, their athleticism, their size there, obviously. And anytime you can put that kind of athleticism out on the floor when you're especially playing a zone like a 1-3-1, we didn't see a lot of trapping out of it in the semifinal against Solon, but that's always a wrinkle you want to be prepared for when you're seeing a zone like that. And then despite the length, sometimes zone defenses can give up some offensive rebounds, and even though Benton may be a little bit smaller, just finding some creases in that zone and being physical around the basket. We'll see how Sioux Center rebounds out of the zone, obviously, and then at the other end, Benton's going to have to try to keep them off the glass. If you can limit them to 1 shot per possession, I think that certainly plays into the favor of the Bobcats if they're able to do it.
Sioux Center, and to tell you how good these athletes are, this is the year that Sioux Center has had. State tournaments in golf, last year in track and field, last summer in softball, this fall in cross country, and this fall in volleyball, where they finished second in 3A. Do you remember which team happened to top Sioux Center in the 3A state championship?
I do remember. The same team that we knocked out in the semifinal for Mount Vernon here this year. So a little bit of a rivalry there between Mount Vernon and Assumption, and it's been fun to be able to face them. Obviously, Mount Vernon beat them in the state softball championship last year. They got us in volleyball. We got them in basketball. And it's fun to see at the top of 3A when you have groups like that coming through at the same time where they can compete against each other in different sports. And certainly Sioux Center has a lot of that going for them as well.
Sioux Center and Benton Community going at it in the Class 3A Girls State Basketball Championship for 2023. Take a break, come back, have more pregame for you from Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa, right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths, your home never looks so beautiful. Plumbing fixtures, a great variety. Transform your home with Plum Supply. Our kitchen designs are amazing. Our service is priceless. Plum Supply. Touch and see. Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
Does your business need signs, nameplates, or name badges? Looking to recognize an employee, athlete, or student for a job well done, or promote your next big event? Letter Perfect in Cedar Rapids has what you need to identify, recognize, and promote. ADA-compliant office signs, industrial signs, full-color signs, dimensional letters, personalized plaques, and awards of all kinds, and thousands of items to customize with your company logo to promote your business. Letter Perfect, 5412 Centerpoint Road Northeast, and online at letperfect.com. Looking for reliable and professional plumbing service in the metro area? Look no further than Evans Plumbing. From the smallest and simplest jobs to large commercial plumbing needs, Evans Plumbing will strive to exceed expectations by ensuring that all plumbing work is done to the highest of standards. Evans Plumbing uses only the highest quality parts and equipment to ensure customer satisfaction is guaranteed, and 24-hour emergency service is available. Evans Plumbing, 5070 18th Avenue Southwest, and at evansmasterplumber.com. The Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building Trades Council represents 18 building trade unions in the corridor. Each union provides skilled workers for construction projects throughout the area. Union workers are highly skilled professionals who are determined to better their communities. The building trades unions are always looking toward the future. Training in registered apprenticeships is available. Visit their website at cricbt.org for more information. The Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building and Trades Council, committed to getting the job done right the first time.
Improve reaction time, better mobility, increase longevity. Get your power turned on from age 1 to 100. Let us help you at Spinal Corrective Center. Area chiropractors for pediatric development and adult health. Call today, 319-393-3996, or check out their website at spinalcc.com. Spinal Corrective Center in the River Ridge Executive Plaza, 3800 River Ridge Drive Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Great to have you back with us here from Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines as we get closer and closer to the tip-off of this 3A state championship between Benton Community and Sioux Center. The 5A game took a little bit longer than usual, so this one's going to be a little bit behind, but I don't think anybody is going to complain because once in a lifetime opportunity for the girls, the communities, coaches, everyone, the fans, etc., etc. And good showing from Benton County over there on the far side from Benton Community. And it's been orange all week, but they decided to go with the school colors today in blue and gold. Still with Tatum on their mind, but they are going to go with the blue and yellow motif. Mainly, I think, because Sioux Center is blue and orange.
Well, that would make sense, and it's a sea of blue across from us here, still filling in. People are starting to cycle down the stairs here and fill into the middle after the crowd from the 5A game clears out. And it's one of the exciting things about being here at Wells Fargo Arena and having the big crowd. It was loud in the 5A game, and I would expect the same here for this championship as well.
Looking at these two teams a little bit more in depth, one thing that really stands out, and we mentioned it in the pregame, is you take a look at turnovers. Sioux Center has committed 384 turnovers this year to 243 for Benton Community. So, like we said, Sioux Center's got to take care of the basketball to win this contest here this evening. And for Benton, just keep doing what you're doing. Let Jenna Tweet get going. Maybe set some early things up. A few plays from McKenna Kramer, get her a little bit of confidence going. She did hit a couple of big threes in that semifinal game against Vinton-Shellsburg, but boy, the Bobcats clamped her down. Didn't let her get the ball a whole lot. And I think Emma Townsley could have a big game in this one tonight for Benton Community. Mainly defensively as well as offensively.
Well, you got to figure that Jenna Tweet's going to get hers. You know, she's averaging 20 points a game here. She was outstanding in the semifinal. She's excellent off the dribble. It's going to be interesting to see how she negotiates some of the length on the inside of that zone, but I think it is going to create some distributing opportunities for her, both with Nelson sliding underneath the basket, and they do such a good job of playing on the opposite side of the goal. That's a vulnerability of a 1-3-1 zone. And as you said, I think Kramer's going to get more open looks here tonight. Townsley can be a bit of an X factor, and in the semifinal, you got some big buckets from Nelson. Jungie hit a big one there in the second half for Benton, and so it's gonna be somebody. Somebody's gonna have to step up tonight and make a couple of big shots besides the big three here, and what an opportunity to do that on a big stage.
Attack the 1-3-1, usually do that on the baselines, right?
Yeah, you'll see a lot of 4-out, 1-in with a high post player working up and down the lane line a little bit. You try to make that bottom defender run corner to corner. That's really the sweet spot when you want to park your shooters and really try to stretch the zone across the bottom. And then again, as you try to expand that defense and create some seams, that's where you can slash a little bit off the dribble and be able to get to the basket. So I think Benton is well equipped to be able to do all of those things here tonight, and it'll be interesting just to see kind of the chess match early on as teams are feeling each other out and the adjustments that are made as the game goes on.
Both teams back out onto the court here and going through their final warm-ups as we get ready for this Class 3A state championship. You were not with us earlier on today in Class 1A. The Northland season came to a close as they fell to Newell Fonda in a 1A state semifinals. So the other championship games coming up tomorrow. We start things off at 2:30 with the Class 4A game. That'll be an all-Central Iowa affair between Dallas Center Grimes and North Polk. That is number 1 versus number 2. That'll be followed by the 2A state championship game. Hey, guess what? Number 1 versus number 2. Dyke New Hartford and Central Lyon, and then number 1 versus number 2 in 1A between Garrigan and Newell Fonda. So this was the only one that didn't go chalk, and that got started early when Vinton-Shellsburg, of course, knocked out Esterville Lincoln Central, the 8 beating the 1 in the first round matchup. And 3A has been kind of up in the air since then, but it's been a very good year for the WAMAC, though, hasn't it?
Well, for sure. I'm just talking to some coaches here this week. 3A has been kind of the outlier when it comes to how some of the results, and not just here. I mean, Vinton-Shellsburg upsetting, I guess on paper, upsetting Grinnell to be able to get here in the first place. But, 3A, I think, is probably the deepest field in terms of just 1 through 8 here. And I think you could probably add another half dozen teams to that could have competed here, with a lot of these teams. And it's fun to have some parity. It's fun to have a little bit of uncertainty when you're coming into these games. And certainly these teams feel like they've got a chance here to win it tonight. A lot of confidence, obviously, being built during the week here for both Benton and for Sioux Center, and it'll be fun to see how it plays out.
You knew going into this year that the WAMAC was just going to be a war night in and night out. Your Mount Vernon team, Marion, Solon, Benton, Vinton-Shellsburg, Center Point, Urbana,
Clear Creek, Amana.
I don't want to leave PJ's team out in there, but this gets you ready for the postseason.
Well, it really does. I mean, you start looking at teams, our losses, and we're one of them, right? We lost 8 games this year. 7 of those teams are in the state tournament this week. 4 teams from the league making it here, and you're right. There are no nights off, and it really does prepare you for the postseason. You get to see a lot of different kinds of defenses. We see a lot of great individual players. We get play against teams that are very well coached, and all of those things are beneficial. And I do think it's a great representation, obviously, for the league. We make each other better, and those battles are fun to be a part of. It's exciting. It's a lot of work as a coach when there's so much to prepare for, but man, we wouldn't have it any other way.
Nope, and hopefully the WAMAC can bring home a championship tonight to close things out here at Wells Fargo Arena in the Class 3A title game. One more break. We'll come back. We'll have more for you from Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. It's the 3A state championship between Benton Community and Sioux Center. And we'll be back after this here on CRM Live Sports.
Ben Ritter Sportswear in Cedar Rapids is your complete apparel and headwear provider. Ben Ritter is your one-stop store for screen print and embroidery for polos, t-shirts, hats, and more for any age from newborn to adults. Need screen printing or embroidery for your company or a special event? Ben Ritter is the answer, as they work with local teams, clubs, organizations, and businesses from startup to finish to provide the look that you need with exceptional turnaround time. Ben Ritter is also the local apparel supplier for the Cedar Rapids Colonels and Rough Riders. Ben Ritter Sportswear, 817 2nd Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids. Call them at 364-3479 and visit them online at benritter.com. End your search for your favorite restaurant in Cedar Rapids. Come to Emil's Hideaway. Emil's is the home for the best-tasting American food around. Choose from your favorites: chicken, pasta dishes, pizzas, burgers, and fries. Whether you're bringing the whole family for a meal or wetting your whistle at our fully stocked bar, there's something to satisfy all ages and tastes at our classic American local restaurant. Need catering for your next party or event? Emil's has that too. Call them for details. Emil's Hideaway, open Monday through Saturday at 4 p.m., is right next to Home Depot and across from Lyndale Mall on 1st Avenue. Cedar Rapids Millwork, providing outstanding service to Eastern Iowa for over 50 years. Quality products, including windows, doors, moldings, hardware, stair parts, specialties, and cabinets. Locally owned and operated, Cedar Rapids Millwork has in-house production providing innovative quality services for contractors and their customers of the corridor. Cedar Rapids Millwork, 1950 Progress Drive in Hiawatha, and online at cedarrapidsmillwork.com.
Back with you here in Des Moines. The night is off to a good start for Benton Community as the Student Athlete Achiever Award goes to Addison Phillips. So that's a good way to start off the evening.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime you can bring hardware home before the game, you'll certainly take it.
Let's take a look at our keys to tonight's championship game. They're brought to you by Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building Trades Council, representing 18 building trade unions in the corridor. Apprenticeships are available, and you can visit them at cricbt.org. A big thanks to Mike Sadler, everybody with the Building Trades Council. And some of the things you're looking at in this championship game, Nate.
Well, Scott, you mentioned the differential in turnovers here, and on the season, Benton just 9 turnovers per game. Obviously, a lot of that comes from Jenna Tweet being able to handle the lion's share of the load when it comes to handling the ball against pressure. It'll be interesting to see how much can Benton put pressure on the guards from Sioux Center, and if they can turn them over, they're averaging 15 turnovers a game here. Can they turn those into points at the other end of the floor? Secondly, the battle of the boards is going to be a big deal here for Benton, especially at the defensive end. Giving up some size, giving up some length. Are they going to be able to keep Sioux Center off of the glass when they do miss shots? If they give up some putbacks around the rim, obviously you don't want to give any easy points away in a game like this. So defensive rebounding going to be a big key. And then, as I mentioned, against the zone and really the extended 1-3-1 here from Sioux Center, is Benton going to be able to knock down some shots? And we know they've got some players that are capable from the three-point line. Emma Townsley, 37% on the year. McKenna Kramer, 35%. She's made 67. Jenna Tweet, 38% from three. So they've got some great threats to be able to fill some of the holes in the zone on the perimeter there. We'll see if they can knock down some of those open looks here tonight.
Those are the keys to the game, brought to you by the Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building Trades Council. Let's take a look at our starting lineups, brought to you by Evans Plumbing. From the smallest to large commercial needs, as well as 24-hour emergency service. See Evans Plumbing at 5070 18th Avenue Southwest and online at evansmasterplumber.com. For the visiting Sioux Center Warriors, 20-5 in the year, rated 7th in Class 3A. They finished 4th in the Siouxland Conference. They will go with this starting lineup. It'll be Corey Harold at a forward, 5'10", and a junior. The only junior starter averaging 7 points and 3 rebounds per game. McKenna Walhoff, 5'10", and a senior, number 12. Also at a forward. She's going to go to Dort to run track, averaging 7 points and 3.3 rebounds a game. Reagan Jansen, a 6-foot senior up front, averaging 4.5 points and 5 rebounds a game. And then the guards, the leading scorer, Willow Bleeker, a 5'8" senior, headed to Dort to play her college basketball, averaging 12.2 points, 5 rebounds, 47 made threes on the year. And Tatum Schmalbeck, 5'7", and a senior, averaging just under 8 points a game, 46 made threes on the year. Head coach for Sioux Center is Doug Winterfeld. For Benton Community, 23-3 on the year. Rated 4th in Class 3A, the Wamak West champions of this year. Jenna Tweet, headed to Kirkwood next year, 5'9", and a senior. Tweet at 20.1 points, 3.6 rebounds, 3.4 assists, and 2.5 steals a game. Zoe Jungi at a forward, a 5'8" junior. Jungi averaging 3.3 points and 5 boards a game. Piper Nelson up front, 5'10" and a junior. Nelson, 6.2 points, team high, 5.7 boards a game. And the guards, Emma Townsley, 5'8" and a junior. Townsley averaging 9.2 points, 4 rebounds a game. And McKenna Kramer, the 5'8" junior, the sharpshooter, 9.3 points a game, 35% for 3, 67 made threes on the year. The head coach for Benton Community is Jeff Zittergruen. Those are the starting lineups brought to you by Evans Plumbing here tonight. The opening tip coming up in a moment. It's going to be brought to you by Letter Perfect at 5412 Center Point Road Northeast in Cedar Rapids and online at leadperfect.com. Identify, recognize, and promote an employee, group athlete, or student. They've got thousands of items to customize with your company logo. As the two coaches shaking hands at center court. And Coach Z walking back to the huddle. We're just about set for this one. Sioux Center and the traveling dark blue uniforms, white numbers with orange trim. Warriors across the front, white and orange striping down the side, and Benton in their home white with the gold numbers and letters trimmed in blue. And we are set to go for the state championship. Get off to a good start is key too tonight, Nate.
Well, anytime you can get off to a good start, as you mentioned there, get a couple buckets to go in early, see the ball go through the basket, just builds that confidence, settle those nerves down just a little bit, and try to get into your game plan early. We'll see, once both sides here are going to be a little bit nervous, I would imagine. And again, with the crowd being loud already, we haven't even tipped the ball off yet. It's just a great atmosphere for high school girls basketball here at the Well.
Just about set to go. Piper Nelson to tip it up against Walhoff, as they are both in the center circle.
And we got two officials here tonight that did my first championship game back in 2015. So I think this game's going to be in good hands, which is always nice. A bit of a relief. Hopefully, we have great officiating here, and should be an exciting one here as we get ready to tip off.
All right, we are set to go from Wells Fargo Arena. The 3A state title game is underway, and Sioux Center wins the opening tap. Warriors will go to the basket to our left here at courtside at Wells Fargo Arena. And Benton's going to pick him up man-to-man. Walhoff inside, went block to block with it. Goes back door, off balance shot, won't go. They fight for it on the weak side, and the rebound to Piper Nelson.
Well, you can see right away Sioux Center trying to establish themselves inside. Two early post touches there. A bit of a wild shot. Good rebound there by Benton.
Bleeker missed that. Here's Tweet on the crossover dribble, and in front of us, the ball saved in nicely by Bleeker. And turnover for Benton Community.
Benton coming out in their man-to-man defense.
Going to be Townsley on Bleeker. Top of the key, Harold works over the left wing. Jansen wearing a protective mask on her face. Number 11. Feed down on the post. They're going to double down, and there's a reach foul immediately. Now is that Tweet.
Yeah, it looks like it will be. Junkies here matched up with Walhoff inside. Walhoff at 5'10's got a bit of a height advantage there. Tweet left her player to go double down and just got caught reaching in.
First on Tweet, first on the Bobcats. Inbound Warriors, left of the glass, and they just get it in. Bleeker turns in the corner, going to drive baseline, and a quick one on Townsley, too. I'll tell you what, if there was no blood in the 5A game, they didn't call anything, and there have been two whistles in a minute here.
Well, you see Sioux Center aggressively attacking the basket there, the baseline drive from Bleeker, and she had a clear path to the basket. Just a bit of a hip check there from Townsley, and now they're throwing it in underneath.
Inbound, they go back door, the shot no good. And another foul, and that's going to be on Townsley again.
Townsley kind of got stuck behind on the box out there. Sioux Center had inside position. She tried to reach up for the rebound. Can look like she got undercut a little bit there, but they called the foul on her.
Going to keep her on Bleeker. Let's see if they design something for Bleeker to go one-on-one. Stutter dribble, now drops it off in the lane. Turnaround shot, rimming no. Missed by Walhoff, and the rebound to Benton Community.
Yeah, Sioux Center's had some good looks at the basket here early. Haven't been able to finish. Benton's done a nice job on the boards.
They're at 1-3-1 zone. They're going to have Walhoff out front. So tall timber out there at 5'10", but long arms.
Yep, long arms inside here in the lane as well. Looking at Benton here, starting to spread it out.
Tweet on the drive, little leaner, won't go, and got her own rebound though. Gonna have to get out of the lane or put it up, and then she got tripped on the move to the basket by Jansen.
Yeah, nice rebound there. Tweet just stayed with it on the miss. That drive to the left hand, a little bit hard off the back iron there. She came down with it, nice and patient. Spun back to her right. They're gonna call this on the floor. And so Benton will throw it in underneath here. The first team foul on Sioux Center.
Tweet was all ready to go to the free throw line. Inbound, Townsley. Back it comes. Kramer, a deep three, and it's going to be an air ball. Hit the baseline. It'll be out of bounds to Sioux Center.
Well, that was a foot behind the NBA line there. That's probably a 26-footer. She didn't draw any iron on that one. Probably relieved just to be able to see an open look after the way she was defended in the semifinal.
I don't think she wanted to see Kreitner anymore. Bleeker on the drive, took it inside, lost it though, and it'll be out of bounds to Benton.
Bleeker had a step right there. Nice job walling up from Benton. Just came at her with high hands right there. Didn't move into her body. Bleeker kind of lost the handle and tossed it out of bounds, and Benton will go the other way. Still scoreless here in the first 2 minutes of the first quarter.
Yeah, 2:05 is Addison Phillips going to get ready to come in. Townsley against the zone, circling left. Walhoff come out on her. Tweet between the leg dribble. Jump past Townsley. Emma's going to have to be very careful now about her dribble penetration moves with the 2 early fouls. Tweet with 8 on the shot clock. Cross court. Jungi high arching 3 and got it for Zoe Jungi.
Yeah, big shot. She had 7 big points in the semifinal victory over Benton Schellsburg, and we mentioned how they're going to have to get contributions from players other than Townsley, Tweet, and Kramer, and big shot there from Jungi.
27% from beyond the arc, but she gets the first points of the ball game. 3-0 Benton. On the hand back through the lane. Runner up no good by Schmalbeck. Rebounded by Benton.
Well, once again, Sioux Center nicely driving to the basket there, slashing off the post catch, and just wasn't able to. Schmalbeck get it going off the backboard.
First half brought to you by Spinal Corrective Center, River Ridge Drive Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Tweet top of the key is Sioux Center going to go to the bench. Benton going to go to the bench as well. Sioux Center the deeper of the 2 teams tonight. Townsley, left free throw line. Pass over to the corner. Jungi. We're down to 4 on the shot clock. Someone's going to have to launch it. Going to be an NBA 3 by Tweet, and it's going to be a shot clock violation, but the rebound to Sioux Center anyway. 4:30 to play. Nice pass underneath and running down the lane. McKenna Walhoff with the easy layup.
Walhoff did a great job running kind of that middle lane, slashed right to the basket, and a beautiful pass for the layup.
Drive and kick. 3. Townsley no good from the near corner, and a foul on the rebound. Going to be called on Sioux Center.
And Jungi kind of flew in there from the left wing, and as we mentioned, sometimes it's hard to block out, especially as that zone is rotating on the quick shot. Jungi just taking a look at her nose there, making sure there's no blood. She took quite a shot when she came down with that rebound. Hopefully she'll be all right.
Schmalbeck picked up the foul. 4 fresh faces come in now for Sioux Center. Addison Phillips coming in for Benton. And also the freshman, Aubrey Kelly, will come into the lineup. Tweet will pull up from 15. Rimming no, and the rebound out of there to Vanderwall, who's into the game at 5'10".
And I think Tweet's going to be able to get shots like that all night off the dribble penetration.
Bleeker open 3, no good, but the offensive rebound and the putback by Scheidemann.
Scheidemann, 6 foot, coming off the bench there. She's averaging 3.5 rebounds a game. That's a player they're going to have to try to keep off the glass at the defensive end.
Sioux Center with a 4-3 lead. Here's Kelly, had a couple of big buckets off the bench. Kramer kicked it out. Tweet open 3, nope, too strong. And the rebound volleyballed around and finally picked up by Scheidemann.
Well, Benton had a chance to get a second opportunity there and just had the ball squeezed out of their hands, and now Sioux Center on the attack.
Here's Bleeker, lob pass inside, too tall. Over Vanderwall's head, and Sioux Center turns it over for the first time, and we're going to get a 30-second timeout taken here by Jeff Zittergruen.
Now, early on here, you can see Sioux Center trying to establish their presence inside on the block. They're posting up repeatedly and running cutters through the lane off of those post catches. They've got a chance to kind of get their size established there, but Benton's done a good job of trying to push them off the block. At the other end, Jenna Tweet, that dribble penetration between the top of the zone and the wing. There's a seam there that she can really get to the elbow, and she's so good in that mid-range. You'd like to see her shooting that pull-up, and even when Kramer's slashing through the middle there, she had a 16-footer she turned down to kick it back out to the perimeter. That free throw line area is going to be, I think, a vulnerability here of this Sioux Center defense.
Phillips, along with Tweet, Nelson, Kelly, and Kramer in there right now for Benton Community. As the Bobcats will walk it up. 3:10 to play here in our opening quarter. 4-3, a low-scoring affair so far. Sioux Center in front. They're going to extend that 1-3-1 here a little bit with Scheidemann out top. Even bigger at 6 foot. Here's Kelly, almost lost it on the double team. Back to Tweet, right wing. They'll double her quickly. Kramer, ball reversal to Phillips. Already down to 5 in the shot clock. There's a trap out top, and we got a jump ball.
Well, that's going to be tough here for Benton. They have the arrow, but just 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Benton will have to throw it in basically at half court right in front of us here on the side. 4 seconds here to try to be able to generate a shot.
Bleeker will come back in. And it'll be Jungie getting in, and Tweet's going to have to do something one-on-one. Tweet, 15-foot pull-up, and it was blocked. And it's going to be a shot clock violation on Benton.
Well, you knew that was what the play was going to be there, just to give some space for Jenna to try to attack. She got to that free throw line area. They did a nice job of lifting and contesting the shot here, turned it over on the shot clock violation.
Benton is one of their first 7 here in the ball game. Dumped down low, posting up, turning down the shot, but getting it right back. Vanderwall, turnaround way short, and retrieved in there by Kramer.
A tough shot there from Vanderwall, just fading away, turning to the middle there. You'd like to shoot a little bit more on balance, and great job from Benton putting her in a bad place.
Bad pass. Jungie saved it in, but to a Warrior. Pass up ahead. Bleeker, one-handed catch. Goes up with the leaner and is fouled by Aubrey Kelly.
Well, Benton fortunate there. Jenna Tweet tried to reach in at half court to slow that fast break down and very nearly got her second foul there. Looks like Coach C's going to have a little conversation perhaps about that play.
Free throws coming up for Bleeker. A 78% foul shooter gets the first.
Both teams here starting cold from the field. 2 of 7 for Sioux Center, 1 of 8 for Benton. And whether that's nerves or defense or a combination of both, we've seen some good looks, but neither team really able to get into a groove so far.
Townsley and Nelson will come back in. Free throw up and good, got them both. And Sioux Center with a 6-3 advantage.
And once again, Sioux Center extending the 1-3-1 with the 6-footer up top, being much more aggressive between the wing and the top here with a double team on the ball as they approach that wing area.
Tweet takes a free throw line up top to Jungie. Her pass tipped, stolen away. Scheidemann with the steal, the breakaway, and got fouled from behind. Jungie gave up the foul to stop the 2.
You know, Scheidemann just being active, running side to side there. They're almost making her play wing to wing as the ball changes sides of the floor, but she's so long and active with her hands. She got the deflection there and then went coast to coast. Good hustle play by Jungie to break up the easy layup. We'll see if Scheidemann can convert at the line.
78% foul shooter. Our first half again brought to you by Spinal Corrective Center. Doctors Kuehl, Kretzinger, and Henick, delivering state-of-the-art chiropractic care for athletes and their entire family. Online at spinalcc.org. Both free throws good. Dr. Kuehl's grandchildren are Benton Community Bobcats.
Sioux Center shooting 62% from the foul line on the year. Perfect so far in this game.
Kelly driving dish out to Tweet for 3. Got it right of the circle.
Well, nice to see the ball go in there. Now Benton 2 of 9 from the field here, but the Benton faithful standing on their feet here trying to get the defense fired up.
8-6 brings Benton within 2. Bleeker has it between the circles. Left free throw line in the high post. Driving in off the glass with the runner, no good by Vanderwall. 1 and done, rebound Benton.
And pretty good defense there from Jungie, just playing straight up, moving her body side to side there without initiating any contact. Made that shot tough.
Jungie on the give and go to Townsley. Good pass down on the block, losing it, picking it up, putting the shot up. Nelson, no good. And Vanderwall the rebound.
Nelson fumbled the first catch there, just couldn't quite get it gathered, and then shot an off-balance one, just couldn't get it to go.
Tatum Schmalbeck back into the ball game. The Schmalbeck sisters, nice back cut and a layup by Bleeker.
Great read there. We mentioned before on the post entries. They like to run cutters off the backside there. Bleeker just got a step and a really nice feed to the basket for a layup.
Shot clock off, 27 seconds to play in the quarter. Sioux Center up 10-6. Kelly, corner 3, way too strong. An air ball, and Bleeker's got it going the other way, and Sioux Center will go for the last shot.
Not sure you want that one there. That one's going to be there later in the possession. Now Sioux Center a chance to get a score here, and they have the arrow to start with it in the next quarter.
Bleeker driving in on Tweet, let her go, and got the layup. Turned the corner and got it, 3 seconds, time for last shot. Half court, Tweet going to be short at the horn. Through 1, Sioux Center 12, Benton Community 6, and we'll come back with quarter number 2 After this, here from Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, you're listening to CRM Live Sports.
Attention athletes and weekend warriors. Want to be the best that you can be? CMF Kinesiology can help. Chris Fauchier, a competitive distance runner and swimmer with a Master of Science in Kinesiology, will lead you in your wellness and fitness journey. CMF Kinesiology is a functional movement, sports conditioning, and orthopedic rehabilitation studio in Cedar Rapids, working with the general public and athletes to improve movement quality, physical prowess, and overall wellness. So whether you are looking to better yourself or seek physical rehabilitation, look to CMF Kinesiology, 3800 River Ridge Drive, Northeast Cedar Rapids, and at cmfkinesiology.com. First Federal Credit Union has been helping homeowners for almost a century. Options are crucial when it comes to a first-time home purchase, mortgage refinancing, or a bill consolidation loan. Being able to select the absolute best loan for your situation can literally save you thousands of dollars over the life of the loan. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an experienced homeowner, First Federal Credit Union will work to find the solution that is right for you. Learn more at firstfedcu.com. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Back at the girls' state basketball tournament. After the first quarter, the Benton crowd waving toward the Stead Family Children's Hospital in Iowa City for Tatum. As we get ready for quarter number 2. And Benton there, Nate, had a lot of problems with the length of Sioux Center in that first quarter.
Well, it's just tough to get into anything, especially when they started extending the pressure there with the wings and particularly the top. When they put the length up there, it just makes it difficult to move the ball. All of a sudden, your spacing skewed a little bit as you got to back up to try to create some better passing lanes to reverse the basketball. Again, we talked about the corners being open, and Benton's been able to get some clean looks from the corners. Jungie made one on the right side. But other than that, they've really struggled here, and as Tweet has found some space inside the zone off the dribble penetration, but the middles have done a good job clogging that up when she gets closer to the basket. So we'll see what Coach Z draws up for him here to start in the second quarter here. And Sioux Center an opportunity to extend this lead now, starting with the ball in the second quarter.
Sioux Center back to their starting 5. Harold, Walhoff, Jansen, Bleeker, and Tatum Schmalbeck.
A little bit of zone here. Looks like a 3-2 look here from Benton.
Kind of the old Tom Davis zone here. Bleeker circling right, goes up top. Schmalbeck over into the corner. Ball tip. Now the entry pass inside to Jansen and traveled with it.
Jansen had good position inside. It just seems like when the Sioux Center post catch the ball, they just get off balance. And whether that's a little bit of a nudge from the Benton defenders or they're just moving too quickly here, once they get off balance, it's tougher to finish, it's tougher to pass it, and it's a little bit tougher to keep your feet, as we saw there.
12-6, just underway, second quarter. Benton with Tweed in there. Tweed on the dribble drive. She'll pull up from 15, right through.
Once again, dribble penetration, splitting the seams there between the top and the wing. She found that little pull-up at 16 feet. Now again, the 3-2 zone look here from Benton just to try to change a little bit of the rhythm for Sioux Center.
12-8, right free throw line. Harold on the handoff. Schmalbeck's jumper off the back iron, but the offensive rebound and the putback good by McKenna Walhoff.
Tough to rebound out of that 3-2 when your defense is extended along the perimeter there. Nice crash from the backside and just an easy putback by Sioux Center.
14-8, lead back up to 6. Tweet and Townsley, Nelson, Jungie, and Kramer starting 5 for Coach Zittergrun. Kramer takes the right free throw line, hands it back off to Jungie. Right in front of us at the hash to Kramer. Trying to turn the corner. Down to 8 on the shot clock again. And Tweet's going to have to get something here in a hurry. Tweet angling left. Goes crossover, throws it up at the horn, and a shot clock violation.
And she almost got that off. You could tell once they got down to about 5 or 6 seconds, she backed her dribble up. You knew it was going to be one-on-one there, and particularly against the 1-3-1, you know, they've got 3 defenders layered up in front of the basketball there in the middle of the floor. Tough to create 1-on-5 when everybody knows what's coming.
6:10 to play first half. Schmalbeck with it, playing catch now with Bleeker. Up top, nice high-low entry, and they go even deeper into the lane, but losing it down low was Bleeker.
Well, they had the post up inside. Walhoff with the first initial catch there. They looked to cut off the backside and just fumbled the pass. Benton recovers.
Benton's got to attack quicker. Jungie on the bounce. Tweet in the far corner. Baseline. Her pull-up jumper, no. Chased down her own rebound. Kicks it out to a wide-open Jungie, and too strong on the three. Townsley with an acrobatic save. And got it off a Warrior out of bounds.
A nice play there from Townsley. Jungie just a little bit too strong from the right wing there. Missed everything. Townsley saw it come and grabbed the ball, threw it off of the Warriors now, and it looks like Tweet will throw it in. We'll see if she comes back to the corner here for a three.
Kramer, jab step, takes a tap of the key, back to Tweet. They'll set it up with 22. Now Tweet will pull up for three and hit the NBA or from out front.
A deep three right there from about 25 feet out. She's feeling good about her game right now. Big three there for Benton to cut the lead down to 3.
Jenna Tweet now with her second triple to go along with a 2. She's got 8. And it's 14-11. Harold out top, Bleeker, a couple jab steps. Benton back to the zone.
Sioux Center struggled against Solon zone in the second half of that semifinal game. I think this is a good decision here by Coach Z.
Bleeker kicks it back out. That three left of the circle won't go. Missed by Harold. And the rebound to Tweet. Going to bring it up herself. As 4 fresh faces getting ready to come in for the Warriors. No look pass down to Nelson on the block. And a save off of a Bobcat. And Sioux Center the other way off the turnover. Pull up, right wing three is good by Tatum Schmalbeck.
That's a tough shot right there in transition. She's running the outside lane there. They throw the ball ahead. She's got to get her momentum stopped, find her feet, and she did a great job of it and knock it down.
17-11. Townsley almost had to go off her hand. Emma the standing dribble. Phillips, over it comes. Deep three, no good. Too strong by Kramer, but Benton gets the offensive board. Back to Townsley on the penetration. Working right side, out to Tweet for 3, and she hits.
Well, she's feeling it right now. Her third 3 here of the first half. She's on fire. Benton looks to keep the basketball moving inside out and swinging it to find the open looks.
Benton down 3 despite shooting 25% right now. Quick shot, no good. Out of bounds. We're going to have a foul. Going to be called on Harold. Third on Sioux Center, first on Corey Harold. As Aubrey Kelly will come in. Zoe Jungie back in for Benton Community. And Scheidemann et al. All coming in. Macy Schmalbeck, Scheidemann, Kennedy Coy, and Vanderwall all in.
Well, we've seen these line changes from a few teams here this week, bringing in 3, 4, sometimes 5 substitutions in a row, trying to add some energy here, keep your players fresh for the second half.
Tweet, drive, back out top. Kelly, they work the perimeter to Kramer. Skip pass over the top now to Tweet. Going to pay attention to Jenna. She's going to bring it out. She's trapped at the center line and threw it away. Bleeker read it. 2-on-1 break. Bleeker all the way down. Little leaner, no good. Put back by Scheidemann, no, but a foul.
Scheidemann has made an immediate difference every time she's come in off the bench here. She's so long at the top. Makes it difficult to reverse the ball. Jenna backing her dribble up there, kind of telegraphed that pass across the court. Bleeker read it, took it coast to coast, and a smart play by Tweet to let her go. Bleeker misses the layup, but once again, Scheidemann there to clean it up and get to the line.
First miss from the free throw line tonight for Sioux Center. As Scheidemann misses that one, they're 4 out of 5 tonight. Second free throw, no good. Missed them both. Deep kicker comes down to Benton.
And Benton content to walk the ball up here. They want to keep this as a half-court game. We'll see if they change their alignments a little bit here against this zone that continues to extend further and further out to the perimeter.
Ball again deflected, but Tweet picks it up at the center circle. Stutter dribble, now takes it in, yo-yos it back out against Scheidemann. Probably can take her one-on-one if she chooses to, as the wing pass tipped out of bounds and will stay with Benton.
Well, the one thing about the 1-3-1, even if you beat that first defender, there's another one waiting for you at the free throw line. Right now, that's 5'10", Michaelin Vanderwall, and she's got some good length there as well. But I think you're right, Jenna can get by Scheidemann, but man, her length has just been really disruptive here for Benton so far.
Kind of Kramer out, Addison Phillips in. 6 on the shot clock, high catch. Now the pass too tall for Townsley and thrown away, 8th turnover. Schmalbeck picked it up, spins outside the arc. Now will take the 3 and buried it.
She brought the ball down the floor, stopped. Everybody ran by her. She was looking to get rid of it, couldn't go anywhere, so she put it up and nailed the second three here of the quarter.
20-14. Townsley into traffic. They work the triangle right. Out to Tweet. Quick pull for three. No. And rebounded by Sioux Center.
Another good look there from Tweet. Ball movement has been better here in the second quarter for Benton. It's moving inside out, and they're being great with the one more there. Good clean look there from Tweet.
20-14. Sioux Center with a 6-point lead. Coming up on 2 to play in the first half. We'll have the Ben Ritter Sportswear halftime show at the break. Turnaround off the glass. Good by Vanderwall.
And there's Vanderwall's size again inside. She got a nice seal on Junkie on the bottom of that zone. Tough to be able to contest her when she's that close to the basket on the right block.
22-14. The lead is at 8. Biggest of the game. Bad pass. Benton throws it away as Junkie tried to get it inside. And that is 9 turnovers for the Bobcats. Right wing, Schmalbeck, another three, no, and the weak side board to Townsley.
Yeah, might have rushed that one a little bit here. Benton's got to do a better job taking care of the basketball. It's been passing turnovers here, and credit to Sioux Center. They've been active with their hands and caused a lot of those off of deflections.
Townsley runs by Scheidemann to the left wing. A three is too strong by Tweet. Rebound on the baseline, and stepping out of bounds with it was Tatum Schmalbeck.
Schmalbeck got the rebound there, but the immediate trap from Benton right on the baseline. Smart play from the Benton defense as Schmalbeck tried to pivot out of it. Her foot stepped on the line, and now Benton will throw it in here with a fresh 35.
Minute 14 to play here in the half. Bobcats need a bucket. Kramer puts it on the floor. Drive and kick to Townsley. Picks it up free throw line. Back to Tweet. Tweet going to go one-on-one. Pull up from 15. No good. And Vanderwall skied to get the board.
Well, once again, running into the middle defender of that zone at the free throw line there. A little bit off balance. She had to get that shot off quickly there to beat the shot blocker and couldn't quite get it to go.
Scheidemann to Bleeker in the corner. Driving right of the lane. Gets it to Schmalbeck. 15-footer good. High archer from the free throw line.
A bit of an odd rotation on that ball, but a shot fake to get Tweet up in the air. One dribble pull up at the foul line. You don't see that much in the game today, but a nice shot there. And now the lead at 10 with 30 seconds to go here.
Townsley runner, and she banked it in from the free throw line.
Big answer there from the Bobcats. Townsley, little shot fake, drives it with the left hand, and then a little floater, a little giant killer in the lane there. She banked it in. Sioux Center now will hold for the final shot here with 13 seconds to go in the quarter.
Big defensive stop here for Benton. Bleeker coming off the high screen and roll. Over to Scheidemann for three. In and out, no good. Rebound fought for out of bounds to Benton with 3 even to play in the half.
Scheidemann 39% actually from 3 on the year. You see a post player step out like that, you don't expect much, but she has made 16 and had a pretty good look at it there.
Here comes Tweet. She'll let it fly, and it'll be short from half court. As we hit halftime here in the 3A state championship game. And our score at the break, it is Sioux Center 24 and Benton Community 16. We'll take a break, come back with the Ben Ritter Sportswear halftime show for you from Des Moines right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
Your search for healthy, fast casual in the downtown is over. Whether it's a quick bite you're looking for or a freshly made smoothie, NutriSport and Smoothie has expanded healthy eating in downtown Cedar Rapids. Business professionals as well as gym goers are singing the praises of their freshly made wraps and breakfast bowls, while the smoothie lover can choose from a variety of nutritious fruit and protein options, including your choice of adding the newest frontline supplements. For a fast, healthy, and convenient downtown option, look no further than NutriSport and Smoothie. Looking for the best in commercial and residential flooring? At Schumacher Carpets and More, it's the little things that count. Family owned since 1987, the professionals at Schumacher have what you're looking for. Whether it is carpet, luxury vinyl plank, ceramic, laminate, or wood, their personal service and quality products set Schumacher apart in the flooring industry. Famous for a relaxed and pressure-free shopping experience, let the experts at Schumacher Carpets and More break down your options with just a simple conversation. Call, visit, or request an online quote from their website today. American Family Insurance agent Kurt Gustafson is committed to inspiring and protecting dreams right here in Cedar Rapids and the surrounding area. He starts by getting to know you and your needs and build a free auto, home, or life insurance quote. By bundling policies, we can often offer a variety of discounts. Whether you're purchasing a car, Buying property, managing an investment property, starting a small business, or leaving behind a legacy, we've got your back as you pursue your dreams, and we'll help protect them. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. See Kurt Gustafson Agency of American Family Insurance on Johnson Avenue Southwest, right across from the Johnson Avenue Hy-Vee for more details. Bim Ritter Sportswear in Cedar Rapids is your complete apparel and headwear provider. Bim Ritter is your one-stop store for screen print and embroidery for polos, t-shirts, hats, and more for any age from newborn to adults. Need screen printing or embroidery for your company or a special event? Bim Ritter is the answer, as they work with local teams, clubs, organizations, and businesses from startup to finish to provide the look that you need with exceptional turnaround time. Bim Ritter is also the local apparel supplier for the Cedar Rapids Colonels and Rough Riders. Bim Ritter Sportswear, 817 2nd Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids. Call them at 364-3479 and visit them online at bimritter.com.
Back with you at the girls' state basketball tournament, an extended halftime here for the state championship games. The Jack North Award given to the senior with the most points, I believe, in the previous year's state tournament is a recipient. That is Anna Gosling of Johnston. And if you missed it earlier on, Pleasant Valley topping Johnston in the 5A championship game, 59-56. And they'll have the Character Counts Award as well. And then we'll also have the Coach Award as well, which is going to go to Bill McTaggart, the former coach at Iowa City High. And usually goes to a coach that is active, but good to see Bill get that. And well-deserving. Coach McTaggart won a state championship at City High, been to state so many times over the years, and just he is one of the nice guys. And we were certainly sorry to see him retire after last year.
Well, he had quite a run at City High, and of course coaching down in Texas before that. And year after year, they could just plug them in at the top of the MVC in their division. They were outstanding and cranked out a number of high-level Division I basketball players over the years, and certainly no one more deserving than Bill. I think 527 career victories, something like that, and boy, that's quite a run for sure.
Indeed. So he'll get his award coming up here in just a little bit. 24-16, Sioux Center with the lead here at the halftime break, and take a look at the scoring for the Warriors. Just like the year, very balanced as per usual. Willow Bleeker had 6, all coming in the first quarter. And then Tatum Schmalbeck had 6, those coming on three-pointers in the second quarter. Margot Scheidemann off the bench with 4, McKenna Walhoff with 4, and 2 for Vanderwall. For Benton Community, 11 for Jenna Tweet, 4 field goals, 3 of those from 3. 3 for Zoe Junge at the first 3 of the game, and then Emma Townsley with 2. Only 3 players have scored so far in the ball game for Benton Community. Foul trouble, Townsley with 2, no one with more than 1 right now for Sioux Center. And the bench scoring right now is 6-0 in favor of the Sioux Center Warriors. And turnovers at the break, 9 for Benton and 5 for the Warriors. And, if you can see in the darkness, go ahead and give us some halftime stats.
Well, when you look at it from Benton's perspective here, I mean, Jenna Tweed, obviously, with 11 of their 14 points here in the first half, has done everything she can to keep them in the game, but she's going to have to get some help. McKenna Kramer, 0 for 2, didn't get a lot of looks there in the first half, and, you probably want to park her in one of the corners here against that defense and see if you can get the zone to collapse a little bit, whether it's on penetration or a high post catch, and see if you can get Kramer a couple of looks. Benton so far from the three-point line, 4 of 14 in the first half. A lot of those were deep outside of that black line close to the NBA line out here, which is about 3.5 feet behind the high school line. And that's a credit to the Sioux Center 1-3-1. They've really extended it. They've extended some pressure on the wings, which has really slowed the ball down at times and forced Benton into, as you mentioned, 9 turnovers. They average 9 on the season, so that's certainly uncharacteristic of them so far, at least through the first half of this game.
They're giving the Ewayne Cooley Scholarship now to young lady from Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont was the winner this year as far as that coveted scholarship is concerned. And it is a very coveted scholarship. Well, it's an extended halftime, and I think that is a blessing right now for Benton community because they've got a lot of things that they need to work on at halftime.
Well, you got to solve the puzzle of the 1-3-1. You know, do you want to keep settling for these long-distance threes? And I think what's also interesting about that is that Benton appears to want to play this game at a slower pace. When the ball's coming in bounds, Jenna's basically dribbling up the floor, taking 8 to 10 seconds off the clock, trying to bring the game, make it a little bit more deliberate, but now you're getting into the shot clock and trying to initiate it maybe 25 seconds, and we've seen as the ball slows down, all of a sudden, 7-8 seconds left, Jenna's got the ball at the top of the key trying to create 1-on-5, and every time she's taken that shot without really being able to get anybody else involved. So it'll be interesting to see if they change an alignment or they start to move some personnel around a little bit just to see if they can counter that zone in some way to get something other than these deep threes. And then at the other end of the floor, you know, another number we haven't talked about here, Sioux Center, 15 points in the paint. 15 of their 24 here at half have been at the rim, and that doesn't count where they've been fouled and gone to the line. They're 4 of 6 from the line as well. So really 19 of their 24 are the result of their activity around the basket. We saw talked about how important that would be in the pregame for Benton to be able to contest that size inside and work the defensive glass. 6 offensive rebounds here for Sioux Center at the half as well.
Well, one of the great traditions going on right now, the gentlemen in the tuxedos are sweeping the court out there to Baby Elephant Walk, which is legendary.
Of course.
And very nice tuxedos, by the way. Little bow there at the end, and away they go. Always gets the crowd going here. I miss the days of the Valley Jazz 1 playing the live music, though, but I think those days are probably behind us here. But still good to see that at the girls' state basketball tournament as Benton trails at halftime on the Bim Ritter Sportswear halftime show 24-16. Need screen printing or embroidery for your company or special event? See Bim Ritter Sportswear at 817 2nd Avenue Southeast in downtown Cedar Rapids, or check them out online at bimritter.com. Big thanks to Gary Ficken and everybody at Bim Ritter for all of their support. 5A, Pleasant Valley was your champion earlier on tonight. They'll go with 3 state championship games coming up tomorrow. Starting things off at 4A, Dallas Center Grimes and North Polk, followed by the 2A championship between Dyke New Hartford and Central Lyon. And then it'll be the 1A championship game between Algona Garrigan and Newell Fonda. Newell Fonda ousting North Lynn in a game we had for you earlier on today here on CRM Live Sports. As we'll have boys basketball next week, but this is it for our girls coverage. I want to thank you for your help during the state tournament week. As always, I know you'd like to be here next year.
At some point, Scott, I'd like to be able to turn down your invitation because I'm on the other side of the floor, but haven't had that opportunity yet here since coming to Mount Vernon. But it's been great to work with you. I really enjoy being around the game here, obviously, and being able to cover some of the local teams that we've got ties with is certainly enjoyable for me as well.
And the WAMAC's going to be just as tough next year, I think.
Yeah, indeed. You're going to see some teams that are going to be better next year. Williamsburg is young, and they'll be up and coming, I think. CPU will be very similar, very tough again next year. Benton's going to be solid despite the graduation of Jenna Tweed. And, of course, Clear Creek Amana will bring everybody back. Solon essentially brings 5 of their first 6 back. They're going to be loaded, probably preseason number 1 in 3A. And, of course, you've got Marion, and we bring a nice core back. So it should be a fun league again next year. And unfortunately for me, that means no nights off. But it sure is fun to be able to compete at that level in the WAMAC.
Yeah, very, very good league. And right now, the WAMAC down by 8 here at halftime. Next week at the Boys State Basketball Tournament, we'll get things started on Monday afternoon. North Lynn in a toughie against Madrid, a 2-7 matchup. But Madrid is not your typical 7. 6'7", 6'6", 6'4" front line for Madrid. So that is going to be a difficult assignment for the North Lynn Lynx, but we'll see if they can come through. And then we'll have for you back-to-back games on Tuesday night. It'll be Marion and Sioux City Heelan, Xavier and Des Moines Hoover. And then on Friday afternoon, Cedar Rapids Kennedy in 4A will take on Pleasant Valley. The Pleasant Valley girls won a state championship. Kennedy is hoping that the Pleasant Valley boys do not win a state championship next week. The unbeaten number 1 rated Kennedy Cougars. Halftime here from Des Moines, and our score is Sioux Center 24 and Benton Community 16. We'll take a break, have some more halftime for you from Des Moines right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
Centrally located in downtown Cedar Rapids, Hard Drive Elite is not your traditional fitness center. While other gyms offer one-size-fits-all solutions, HD Elite specializes in crafting individual workouts based on your specific needs. You'll receive one-on-one attention from an experienced trainer who both designs and provides game-changing service to the area's top youth level and college athletes. No matter what your age, when seeking help with your personal fitness goals, contact the professionals at Hard Drive Elite today. Need help for your small or mid-sized business with printing needs and personalized marketing solutions? Allegra Print Mail and Signs can help. Everything from direct mail marketing to printing services and even vehicle graphics. Allegra Print Mail and Signs can help your business grow. Allegra takes on your project as if it was their own and can use their many platforms to help elevate your individual or business's game. Proudly serving the Cedar Rapids Metro as well as Lynn County and beyond. Allegra Print Mail and Signs, 3939 16th Avenue Southwest in Cedar Rapids. At Hunt Graphic Innovations, it's the personal touch that counts. If you're serious about creating an eye-catching website or need assistance in graphic design for print, newsletters, posters, signs, or banners, Hunt Graphic Innovations has the experience to help get the job done. With personal attention and competitive pricing, discover the difference Hunt Graphic Innovations can make for you.
Back at the Girls State Basketball Tournament at halftime of the 3A state title game. It is Sioux Center leading Benton Community 24-16 as waiting both teams re-entry to the court here at Wells Fargo Arena. And again, the leading scorers, Jenna Tweet with 11 for Benton. And for Sioux Center, Willow Bleeker and Tatum Schmalbeck, each with 6. McKenna Walhoff and Margot Scheidemann off the bench with 4. And you want to get a good start to this second half here, Nate. If you're a Benton Community, just get things a little bit closer. Not that they're out of hand, certainly down by 8, but you cannot afford, certainly, to have Sioux Center come out and hit you with a run.
Well, we saw that in the Northland game in the second half. That game was tied at halftime, and then as Newell started to extend a little bit, they got to that 8-point lead, hit a couple shots to push it to double digits, and the Lynx couldn't get any closer, and you're kind of in that dangerous spot here for Benton. Nice of Townsley to be able to get that runner to go before halftime to cut it to 8. But you're right, they don't want to give up a 5-0 or a 6-2 run here and push it into double digits. It's just hard to chase the game, especially as they're halfway through at this point. And if you're Benton, you really want to try to get some good looks here for players other than Jenna Tweed. I mean, she's been great off the ball, and she's done a nice job being able to keep them in the game here early, but you've got to get contributions. You'd like to see Kramer maybe get an open look, Townsley to continue to try to dribble penetrate from there and see if you can get something going to the basket rather than settling for those long three-point shots. And as we saw, 14 of Benton's 22 field goal attempts there in the first half were three-pointers. We'll see if they can get something going to the basket here to open up the second half.
Maybe attack earlier in the shot clock if you're Benton Community.
Well, I think they would like to do that, where they start throwing the slot-to-slot pass there and that 1-3-1 extends out. It just slows them down. It forces them to pick it up at about 30 feet out rather than maybe 24, 25 where they normally would start to initiate their offense there. So, yes, you can certainly be more aggressive there, but it also requires a little bit quicker ball movement to be able to counteract some of that extended pressure.
So it's Benton down by 8 here at the halftime break, as Pleasant Valley folks still milling about in the winner's circle area over there to our right.
You savor it as long as you can, Scott. I'm telling you, you don't know if there's ever going to be another shot at it, and they're going to give you the entire next game to be able to hang out there. By golly, you better take advantage of it.
You got to do that. Benton, here they come, making their way out onto the court here. at Wells Fargo Arena. And again, a big throng from Benton County here for this one tonight. And Sioux Center will be making their way out coming up here in just a little bit. And again, a big thanks to all our great sponsors helping things out on CRM Live Sports all year long. And one of the great things we have about our website at crmlivesports.com, at any time you can go back and listen to any game that you want to. We got them in our archive section. You can do it in the middle of summer. You can do it in your car, on your way somewhere, whatever the case may be. And yeah, that's a big advantage that we have right there. And a big thanks to Hunt Graphic Innovations for that, Todd Hunt, and just does a tremendous job helping us out with that. 24-16 in favor of Sioux Center here at the break. We'll take a break, get you ready for the third quarter. You've been listening to the Bim Ritter Sportswear Halftime Show right here from Des Moines, and we'll be back after this on CRM Live Sports.
Carpenters Local 308 in Cedar Rapids is a member of the North Central States Regional Council of Carpenters, representing nearly 27,000 members and their families in the upper Midwest. The union is dedicated to protecting and elevating the economic and social conditions of all workers and to provide our industry with the best trained, most productive, and safest workforce available. Carpenters Local 308 is always looking for new workers to join their ranks. Apprenticeship classes and training are available for you to become a skilled worker for your career. More information on Carpenters Local 308 is available at carpenterslocal308.org. No matter where you are in life, Hills Bank is here to help you succeed. Whether you're buying your first house, saving for your child's future, or preparing for retirement, you can count on the people at Hills Bank for the support you need to reach your goals. It's easy to connect with a banker over the phone or on hillsbank.com because we believe banking is better through human connection. Hills Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC member. Epiphany Dermatology is a full-service dermatology practice that treats all conditions of the skin, hair, and nails. Dr. John Woolner has been practicing and treating patients for over 30 years. Epiphany Dermatology has built a reputation based on reliable customer service and quality skin and hair loss treatments. Epiphany Dermatology also places a special emphasis on skin cancer prevention, screenings, and treatment. Call them to book an appointment at 363-9936 and visit their website at epiphanydermatology.com. Epiphany Dermatology, 5264 Council Street Northeast, Suite 700 in Cedar Rapids.
And our second half here at the state tournament is brought to you by Epiphany Dermatology. Dr. John Woolner. Doc has over 30 years of experience. Find him at 5264 Council Street Northeast in Cedar Rapids, or call 363-9936. Both teams back out, just about set to go for our second half of play. Benton is going to get the ball first to start things off here in the second half. Bobcats, 27% shooting in that first half, and only 42% for Sioux Center. Referees never forget coaches, do they?
Well, you try to treat them right and build relationships along the way. As I mentioned, these guys did our state championship game back in 2015. They stay at the same hotel typically that we do over here at the Comfort Inn, and so it's fun to see familiar faces. And again, when you treat them right and you are respectful and learn their names and have a good rapport during the games, it's fun to see them on the road here and doing different games here at the state tournament.
They do the hey, we got the best ones in the state here representing the girls state basketball tournament. Same thing with the boys next week, and it's tougher and tougher each year to referee basketball.
Well, it certainly is, and we really try to emphasize and know at Mount Vernon, with our players, with our fans, with our parents, just the importance of being respectful of the officials. And I'll tell you, from officiating in practice to doing a little bit of intramural officiating in college, it is not an easy job, and I know these guys are doing their best, and tonight I think they've done a good job being consistent. Both teams seem to have adjusted after a few early whistles, and you haven't really noticed the officiating much, which is the way it should be.
So Benton, see if they come out with their starters. Jenna Tweet, Zoe Junkie, Piper Nelson, Emma Townsley, and McKenna Kramer. Townsley with 2 fouls, only player on the court for either team with 2. Corey Harold, McKenna Walhoff, Reagan Jansen, Willow Bleeker, and Tatum Schmalbeck Expect them to come out starting 5 for Sioux Center.
Well, it'll be interesting to see here what adjustments both coaches make here at halftime. Obviously, the extended halftime sometimes can be a bit of a challenge because during the regular season, you're not stuck in the locker room for 20 minutes like you are here at the state tournament. Great problem to have, by the way.
Yes,
but we'll see if Benton comes out and stays in that 3-2 zone or if they make any adjustments to how they want to defend inside. Wouldn't surprise me if they perhaps went to a 2-3 just to give a little bit more support around the block area here. And Sioux Center on the other side of the ball, we'll see if they continue to extend that 1-3-1, which it looks like they're going to do here as they come out for the start of the second half. We've got Walhoff already extended out to the half-court circle to meet Townsley here. They've moved Tweet off the ball into the corner here, so we'll see what Benton can do with their opening possession.
Bobcats going to the basket to our left, 1-3-1. Sioux Center will stay in that. Townsley at the right point. Yo-yos it back out. Underhands it to Tweet. Long cross-court pass. Jab step Kramer on the drive. Back to Townsley with 12 on the shot clock. Emma off balance, forced it up. No, and the rebound out of there to Jansen.
It was really nice defense by Sioux Center there, just walling up as Townsley got into the basket and contested well without fouling.
Yeah, Bleeker missed the point-blank layup off a nice feed underneath from Walhoff.
Benton dodged a bullet there. Bleeker, great dive from the backside. They let it right to the rim with the left hand. It just rolled off the front of the iron.
Townsley directing traffic, skip pass. Jungie gets it to Kramer, puts it on the floor off the fake. Bounces it down low to Nelson. Wasn't even thinking about going to the basket there.
Which is odd because she scored 16 points against us from that exact spot right there.
Maybe you should try the 1-3-1. Kramer jump pass, 3 on the shot clock, and they're not going to get a shot off. They do just at the horn, and then we got a foul on Benton on Nelson on the rebound.
Well, pretty tough there. I mean, the defense is just smothering the basketball, making it tough for them to move it. They're catching it in places where they can't be productive. And now Benton, it looks like, going to extend some full court pressure here. A little bit of man-to-man. They're going to pass players off here. Tweet gets an early deflection there.
This is what I thought Benton was going to do most of the game. This is the first time they brought it out, and I like it.
No, I think it's a good adjustment here as well, and just to put some pressure on the guards in the backcourt, see if you can get a couple easy buckets.
They don't have great ball handlers. And they're going to try to trap at the center line, and they break the pressure. Schmalbeck will bounce it. Walhoff inside, posting up, kicks it over to Bleeker. She'll drive, pull up from 10. The high archer goes from the left baseline.
A nice drive there from Bleeker. Higher degree of difficulty on that shot than her layup she missed on the possession before, but little pull-up floater there from about 8 feet out. Now extends the lead to 10 for Sioux Center.
26-16. Kramer way out top at the left point. Gonna dribble and got bumped. I'm gonna get a foul on Tatum Schmalbeck, her second.
Schmalbeck looks a little bit surprised, but I think that's the right call. She's playing the wing in that 1-3-1, and as the ball was dribbled down the sideline, she tried to slide out and try to keep it from getting to the corner and caught a little bit of her hip there, picked up the foul.
Townsley to Kramer. Gonna trap McKenna out top. And McKenna without a point. Here's a 3, no good by Tweet. Flying in to get the rebound was Walhoff. Long up court pass. Now to the trailer Jansen. They work the offense. Bleeker on the drive. She'll spin it back out. They'll set it up.
Benton back into man-to-man defense here.
Walhoff, turnaround up and good over Jungie.
Right over the top of Jungie. No hesitation there. Just caught it, turned to the middle, shot it right over the top here. Now 28-16. Danger time here for Benton.
5.5 to play. Kramer, an NBA 3. Got it from the left wing.
That was really deep. That was probably 3 feet behind the NBA line right there. Coach Z wants a timeout here. The lead now 28-19, 5:27 to go. It's going to be a full timeout here for Benton.
28-19 with 5:27 to play in the third. We'll take a break and come back to Des Moines after this here on CRM Live Sports.
American Family Insurance agent Kurt Gustafson is committed to inspiring and protecting dreams right here in Cedar Rapids and the surrounding area. He starts by getting to know you and your needs and build a free auto, home, or life insurance quote. By bundling policies, we can often offer a variety of discounts. Whether you're purchasing a car, buying property, managing an investment property, starting a small business, or leaving behind a legacy, we've got your back as you pursue your dreams, and we'll help protect them. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. See Kurt Gustafson Agency of American Family Insurance on Johnson Avenue Southwest, right across from the Johnson Avenue Hy-Vee for more details. The Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building Trades Council represents 18 building trade unions in the corridor. Each union provides skilled workers for construction projects throughout the area. Union workers are highly skilled professionals who are determined to better their communities. The building trades unions are always looking toward the future. Training in registered apprenticeships is available. Visit their website at cricbt.org for more information. The Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building and Trades Council, committed to getting the job done right the first time.
Pressure put on again by Benton Community after the three-pointer and after the timeout. It's 28-19. Extending that man-to-man a little bit, too. And the ball out of bounds. And they're going to say it was off of Tweed.
You can see Benton being much more aggressive on the perimeter, and I think that's a great adjustment here, trying to put pressure on the guards, making it more difficult for them to get the ball inside.
Off the inbound, good play, but the bank shot is too hard, and now we got a push from behind. And going to be on Benton.
Looks like it's going to be on Nelson. She's holding her left hand there. Looks like she might have jammed the finger coming down. I think that's probably the right call. Nelson kind of came over the top there on the rebound attempt. She'll take a seat here. She kind of holds those fingers on that left hand.
So Nelson out. Addison Phillips will come in. They'll inbound it to Jansen. Sets a screen in the corner. Nice spin move. Scoop layup, though, won't go. Good move. Harold couldn't finish, though.
A great drive there to the middle and then a spin back. Had the left hand off the glass there. Just maybe needed one more step to get her balance there. Once again, Benton dodging a bullet, but now a chance to cut into that lead.
28-19, long bounce pass. Townsley will pop it inside to Phillips, and that blocked out of bounds, but a foul called. Harold got her on the arm.
Well, we talked about that spot in the zone as being a potential vulnerability there, and you can see another adjustment from Benton, really lifting those top guards a little bit higher and wider to try to draw that defense out and create a little bit wider seams. There they got the dribble penetration and the pass inside and got through the foul here, although she misses the front end here of the two-shot free throw.
Macy Schmalbeck, Scheidemann, Coy, and Vanderwall in for Sioux Center. Phillips is 67% foul shooter on the year, averaging a point a game. Rebounding and defense is her thing, and missed them both. Remains 28-19.
We'll see how Sioux Center handles some of this pressure man-to-man with the second unit in here.
Leaker going to bring it up, and they got Tweed on a little hand check.
She's shaking her head like she doesn't think that was right, but you can't leave the hand on the body. At least you're not supposed to, and when you're kind of exposed at the top of the key there, it's hard to hide it.
28-19, second foul on Jenna Tweed. Team foul number 3 on the Bobcats here in the second half. So we get closer and closer to halfway here in the third quarter. Shot put up from the block, no good. Offensive rebound, though, to Sioux Center. As Bleeker got it. Scheidemann over to Vanderwall. Going to drive right baseline, in and under. Tried to pass it in the lane. And it goes through a hand and out to Coy. 8 on the shot clock. Inside, layup good. It'll count a foul on the drive.
Pretty nice drive there from Vanderwall. She took it to the baseline after a little bit of a shot fake. What I like about that, going off of 2 feet, we emphasize that in our program all the time, just to be able to grab your balance. She jumped back in to get the window in front of her there, and with the left hand rolled it in. You can see her enthusiasm after making that shot. She'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. The Sioux Center pushes that lead back into double digits.
30-19, chance of the three-point play. Macklin Vanderwall. And that's going to be way short, and Townsley chases down the rebound. Halfway here in the third, and Benton down by double digits at 11. Tweet turns outside the arc to Townsley. Works out of the trap, penetrates, skip pass over to Kramer for 3, got it again.
Almost the same spot she hit the last one there on that left wing, just outside the NBA line. And boy, if she can make them from that deep, that really puts pressure on your zone.
30-22, Townsley all over Schmalbeck, bringing it up. They're using that Scheidemann pick, and they throw it away. They tried to get it on the near side in front of us to Coy, but she cut back, and the pass went in front of her.
The Benton faithful wanted a moving screen there on Scheidemann. Not sure if she moved enough to draw the contact, but she definitely was not set. Didn't matter. Sioux Center threw it into the stands, and now Benton will take over.
Turnover number 6 on Sioux Center. Tweet going to go one-on-one. Drives, bounces it out in the wing to Townsley. And she tried to go cross-court with a pass. Nice save. And Kramer driving in to the corner. Jungi, 3, in and out.
Boy, it looked dead on from here, from that right corner where she hit one in the first half. Unfortunately, rimmed out here. Sioux Center comes down with the board.
Up by 8. Bleeker on the dribble drive. She had it knocked away out of bounds. Kramer thought it went off her leg.
I'm not sure that it did. Tough to tell from our angle right here, but the official right underneath of it there says we're going to stay here, and Sioux Center will trigger underneath their own basket.
Bleeker to put it in. They go back door and they get a layup.
I love the action there. A little bit of a screener action with the second screener rolling back to the ball. Nice entry pass, and the layup is good.
And the first basket of the game for Harold. Quick shot, no good. Townsley got the offensive rebound for the Bobcats. Back to Kramer with a fresh 35. 2:40 to play here in the third. And a 10-point Sioux Center lead. Lob pass back door, and Kelly traveled before the foul.
I thought that might have been a foul on Sioux Center there as she dove in to try to contest that diagonal pass. Harold did. But the official said she traveled on the spin move before the contact, and now Sioux Center will throw it in against this pressure defense.
4 senior starters for Sioux Center, but all their backups are back next year. Driving in, layup good, and they're going to get a foul on Jungi.
Well, that's the other side of the press, right? You want to try to put some pressure up front, see if you can generate some turnovers, but you do create some vulnerabilities in the back, and right there, able to get the pass ahead of the defense. Schmalbach all the way coast to coast there. Jungi couldn't do much. Trying to keep up with her on the dribble, gave her a little body block there, got the basket to go, and now the lead extended here to 35-22. 2:31 to go here in the third.
13-point cushion, the biggest of the ball game. Tweet has not scored here in the second half. Townsley starts to drive right of the lane, back up top. Jennifer, 3, in and out, no good. Townsley kept the rebound alive, but tipped it out deep. Now a one-on-one the other way. Driving in, and a kick out. Schmalbeck for 3, short, online but short. Offensive rebound to Harold in the lane, and we got a timeout called by Sioux Center.
Interesting timeout right there. I think that he was afraid of the 3-second call after the offensive rebound there on the inside. Harold came down with the ball, pivoted for a second, kicked it back out. Didn't look like she was going to get out of the lane, so he took the timeout just to bail her out right there. A lot of time left on the shot clock after the offensive rebound here, but 35-22 for Benton. You got to find a way to get a basket here, and it seems like they're settling a little bit at the offensive end by playing a little bit wider here. Not as much penetration there. Benton's going to have to find a way here to start chipping away before time runs out.
Benton looking for their first state championship, their first state title game appearance. Won their first game in a state tournament this year. Townsley, Tweet, Nelson, Kramer, and Jungi in there for Benton.
Sioux Center looks a little bit confused here. They were going back to play defense. Now they align themselves to throw it in under the basket here.
Bleeker inbound, left of the glass. Gets it in. On the hand back, Bleeker with a fresh shot clock. Good entry pass inside, and a foul called as Vanderwall got hit hard.
Well, that's the way they've been playing all night long here. Nice seal, post seal by Vanderwall inside off of the ball coming inbounds there. Not much Jungi could do. She was stuck behind her, and again, Vanderwall not wasting any time to go up hard at the basket there. Draws another foul. But fortunately for Benton, she's struggled at the line here tonight.
Only 46%. 0 for 2. Oh, man. And 0 for 3.
Might want to put that in your back pocket just in case you need to put somebody on the line later and try to take advantage of that.
35-22. Townsley gets it back. Yo-yos it right wing. Now it comes to Kramer as they work the weave up top. Tweet to Townsley. 16 on the shot clock. Minute 34 here in the third.
And Townsley got away with a double dribble there, it looked like, and the Sioux Center crowd agrees.
Wait, pass underneath, and Nelson got fouled by Vanderwall. Good no-look pass on the entry by Tweet.
Well, once again, it's that opposite block as that defense kind of extends and chases the ball around on the perimeter. If you can get to the Ball's on the right wing. You can get to that left block before the opposite wing of the zone can drop down, which right there Nelson was able to do. And Tweet, just a great look away to the corner, fired a bullet pass to Nelson. She took the contact here, and now she'll go to the line. Misses on the first one short. She'll get another one.
Piper Nelson, 66%. Benton shoots 70% as a team. And 1 out of 2. First free throw tonight.
Once again, some extended pressure here from Benton. Looks like a zone press this time, a little 2-1-2 look.
35-23, 12 points. Sioux Center lead still within grasp. Pass to the wing. Three-pointer from the left side, no good. They crash the boards, ball out of bounds. Last touch by Benton.
Well, you don't mind that shot there. It looked like Sioux Center was a little bit rushed against that scrambling defense there. If they continue to take some off-balance threes, you'll take it as long as you can come down with the boards.
Scheidemann back into the ball game. Tosses it over to Bleeker now. And inside, on the entry pass, we got another foul from behind. And that is going to be the 7th on the Bobcats already.
Well, Jungie doesn't like the call, but I don't know that I disagree with it necessarily. She kind of had her arms extended out in front of her, and with the drive coming across the floor, that left arm just caught her in the nose a little bit, and now Sioux Center in the bonus, as you mentioned, will shoot 1-1, and Jungie's going to have to take a seat here with her 4th.
And the free throw goes for Vanderwall after 3 misses. We'll pick our player of the game, brought to you by First Federal Credit Union at the end of this one. Online at firstfedcu.com. Second one, no good. And the deep kicker comes down to Townsley. Sioux Center does a nice job of getting back as well. And you can see the offense, Nate, is starting off 35 feet away. Here's Tweet on the pull-up and got it left of the lane. That mid-range 12-footer for Jenna Tweet.
Well, as we talked about before, that zone is extended. There's some seams that she can get into. That pull-up game's been so good for her all week here. We'll look to see her to continue to get aggressive, I would imagine, at the offensive end.
Scheidemann up ahead, and the three-pointer is good, although I thought she had a foot on the line for Harold. But they gave her 3.
Well, it did look like it. Harold, the quick 3 trigger there. She's shooting 34% on the year. She's made 30, so not uncharacteristic. But when you're leading by double digits, sometimes you want to be a little bit more patient, especially at the end of a quarter.
39-25, shot clock off. Benton needing a buzzer beater here. Tweet penetrates, gets it down low. Layup good. It'll count, and a foul from Piper Nelson.
Once again, the opposite block. Nelson doing a great job finding good position in there. Jenna drives it with her left hand, draws 3 defenders, and then just drops a nice dime off to Nelson. She beat the middle defender to that spot, was able to lay it in here, and will shoot one with 6.8 left to go here in the 3rd.
Big free throw. Deep knee bend up, no good. Rebound Sioux Center, they've got time. Scheidemann, though, picked up by Tweet in the backcourt. Up ahead for a heave at the horn. It's off the back iron, no good. At the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Does Benton have a comeback for a state championship? We shall find out after 3. It's Sioux Center 39, Benton Community 27. Back with the 4th quarter right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
End your search for your favorite restaurant in Cedar Rapids. Come to Emil's Hideaway. Emil's is the home for the best tasting American food around. Choose from your favorites: chicken, pasta dishes, pizzas, burgers, and fries. Whether you're bringing the whole family for a meal or wetting your whistle at our fully stocked bar, there's something to satisfy all ages and tastes at our classic American local restaurant. Need catering for your next party or event? Emil's has that too. Call them for details. Emil's Hideaway, open Monday through Saturday at 4 p.m., is right next to Home Depot and across from Lindale Mall on 1st Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids.
Improve reaction time, better mobility, increase longevity. Get your power turned on from age 1 to 100. Let us help you at Spinal Corrective Center. Area chiropractors for pediatric development and adult health. Call today at 319-393-3996 or check out their website at spinalcc.com. Spinal Corrective Center, 3800 River Ridge Drive Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Shooting through 3 quarters here, Nate, as we head to the 4th. Benton Community, 31%?
Yeah, it looks 10 of 32 here so far in the game. 6 of 20 from the three-point line, 30%. 1 of 5 from the free throw line, 20%. So on the whole, just has struggled from the field. When you look at their numbers on the season, they're shooting 38% from the field and typically 32.5 from the three-point line. Just haven't been able to get some of those open looks to go. On the other side of the ball, Sioux Center 42.9% at 15 for 35. We'll see Benton extend this zone, extend the man-to-man here a little bit to continue to pressure the guards. Sioux Center's handled it fairly well here so far through the game. Just 6 turnovers so far by Sioux Center, only 1 turnover there in the third quarter from Benton.
Sioux Center ball to start the fourth quarter with a 12-point lead. They've got their starters back in to start the fourth quarter. Harold, Walhoff, Jansen, Bleeker, and Schmalbeck. Free throw line, picking it up is Harold. Spins it over to Walhoff. Turnaround shot up, no, but a foul on Nelson.
Well, Nelson's defense was excellent on the first drive right there. Walhoff took it hard to the baseline. Nelson chested up, high hands, got great position. But then when she countered back to the middle, just got into her body a little bit there, and she'll go to the line to shoot too.
Walhoff, not a good free throw shooter, but got that one to go at 45%. It's all or nothing for these players for Sioux Center.
Well, it seems like it. You're doing your best to try to jinx them here.
And that one's going to be way short. Townsley the rebound. Emma pushing it. I like that. 3-on-3, and she'll go to the corner. Tweet puts it on the floor, on the drive, off balance, runner no. Tried to bank it, weak side. Tweet trying to keep it alive and does.
A great hustle there from Tweet. Nice drive, a little bit off balance, but stayed with it there to get a second chance.
Kelly's 3 way off, and they're going to have a push from behind. And that's going to be now 4 on Nelson.
Benton, I like the aggressiveness of trying to play on the offensive glass there, but Sioux Center doing a nice job of getting inside position and just holding off the box outs there. This, of course, now is going to put Sioux Center at the line, and quite frankly, we might see a parade of free throws here down the stretch of Sioux Center. Not the best free throw shooting team on the season, 62.9% as a team. We'll go to the line here for 1-and-1.
Walhoff on the line, misses the first. Rebounded by Kelly. 4 fouls on Jungie, 4 fouls on Nelson. We talked about that in the pregame. And they are on the bench right now as Kelly and Phillips are in. Here is a deep NBA 3, and Kramer hit it from about 26 feet.
Now beyond the line there, that was way out there, and she's made some deep threes. Her shot chart's almost closer to half court than it is the three-point line here. Big one there to cut it down to 10. Coach Z taking a timeout. Just 2 remaining timeouts here for Benton. So we'll see if they come out with a different pressure package here in the full court, which I would imagine you'll see. A little bit of 1-2-2 the last time. We'll see what they come out here with. Maybe a different look to try to generate a turnover. And you just wonder if there's a weak free throw shooter on the floor that you want to put on the line. If we don't see some kind of hack-a-shack strategy here down the stretch. It's worked out so far. Sioux Center only 7 of 15 from the free throw line. Gives you a chance to extend the game. I know it's super early to start talking about that, but maybe not a bad strategy here if you can foul the right player and continue to rebound their misses.
Full court pressure applied by Benton. They've got 2 timeouts remaining. Jansen to inbound. And got it in to Harold. See if they pick up and try to trap at the center line. They show it and now back off. Harold standing dribble. Her pass deflected right back to her. Good defense by McKenna Kramer. Benton making things hard right now. Under 7 to play in the ball game. Still a 10-point deficit, but still doable. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Warriors go baseline. Bleeker all the way in. Layup good. It'll count the foul.
Yeah, what a huge shot there from Bleeker. And just as I'm thinking, why is Sioux Center spreading the floor when they have the size advantage and they've been so good on the block? All of a sudden, Bleeker just rips and go there into that empty space as they spread it out with 5 on the perimeter. Again, going off of 2 feet, drawing the foul. And she makes, we'll go to the line here to shoot 1.
Bleeker with 10 in the ball game and make it 11.
It just seems like every time Benton's made a little push, Sioux Center's been able to answer and keep this game at double digits.
43-30, lead quickly back to 13. Here's Tweet, left point, plays catch out top with Townsley. Shows now on the drive, Townsley into the lane, and she got shoved.
A little bit of a hand check there. Townsley just a good slasher with the basketball. She's strong with that dribble. She uses her body well right there. But when we look at the fouls, just the 15th foul for Sioux Center. So be a couple more before Benton gets themselves to the line.
Tweet to inbound. See if they get it right back to her. Nope, Townsley on the drive. Drive and kick. Right free throw line. Jungie back in with 4 fouls. Tried to go to the wing. And then a foul on Townsley as that was going to be intercepted by Harold.
And I like the play from Jungie in terms of trying to drive it into that seam. She drew some defense. She made the right read. Townsley was open in the corner there and probably would have had an open look, but threw a bounce pass that was deflected. And then Townsley trying to get the ball back there, got called for the reach. And that will be her 4th.
3 players with 4 now for Benton as the free throw in and out for Harold, a 71% foul shooter.
So 4 for Jungie, 4 for Nelson, now 4 for Townsley, and Sioux Center shooting 2 the rest of the way on every foul.
Got to keep them in, though, if you're Jeff Zittergruen. Both free throws no good, and Jungie the rebound. Townsley will walk it up. 6:10 to play, 13-point lead for Sioux Center. Staying in that 1-3-1. They extended a little bit. Tweed on the head and shoulder fake. Good work to the corner. Jungie, a quick 3. That's short, and the rebound out front. Taken by Sioux Center.
Kramer
got it.
Kramer extending some defense. Now Tweet running the trap, and Townsley trying to rotate over. Sioux Center handling it well.
But you got 3 players with 4 fouls in there trying to trap. And that is a tough assignment. Nice little pick and roll, and the layup good.
Well, really well executed right there. Walhoff set a nice screen. The dribble came over the top. She rolled hard to the basket, and a beautiful feed to the right block for the lay-in.
45-30 Tweet, and she was fouled on the penetration move. Only the 16th foul, though, against the Warriors. Harold gets her 4th.
Well, here comes substitutions again. Sioux Center's done a nice job using their bench in this game to keep their starters fresh. We've seen 9 faces rotated in and out here, and it looks like the starters will get a quick break, or a couple of them, before the midpoint here of the 4th quarter.
Kramer a 3. That one is short. Phillips tried to save it and couldn't do it. Keep in mind, Sioux Center is the 4th place team in the Siouxland. Central Line is playing for a state title, though, tomorrow in 2A. Sibley O'Sheedon was a 2A state tournament team, and West Line was another good team. Skydam and Leaner won't go, but got her own rebound. Turnaround shot, no, on the baseline, and Townsley with it the other way. 5 to go in the game. Benton needing points, down by 15. Kramer fakes, goes up with a 3, missed it. Phillips got the rebound, though.
Well, Phillips, right place, right time right there.
Bounces it inside to Kramer. Turnaround, good. Hooked it off the glass for 2. And a timeout taken by Benton.
Well, Benton only now with 1 timeout remaining here. Kramer with the tough off-balance shot. Looks like Scott Unash at the Y with a little scoop shot there from about 6 feet out, but cuts the lead now to 13 with 4:49 to go here in the 4th.
45-32. We'll take a quick break. Come back after this here on CRM Live Sports.
Does your business need signs, nameplates, or name badges? Looking to recognize an employee, athlete, or student for a job well done, or promote your next big event? Letter Perfect in Cedar Rapids has what you need to identify, recognize, and promote. ADA-compliant office signs, industrial signs, full-color signs, dimensional letters, personalized plaques, and awards of all kinds, and thousands of items to customize with your company logo to promote your business. Letter Perfect, 5412 Centerpoint Road Northeast, and online at letperfect.com. No matter where you are in life, Hills Bank is here to help you succeed. Whether you're buying your first house, saving for your child's future, or preparing for retirement, you can count on the people at Hills Bank for the support you need to reach your goals. It's easy to connect with a banker over the phone or on hillsbank.com because we believe banking is better through human connection. Hills Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC member.
Benton with 1 timeout left. They'll throw on the pressure. 4:45 to play in the ball game. Bringing it up the left-hand boards. There is Bleeker. Picked it up. Tweet all over her, and we're going to have a timeout by Sioux Center now. And will this be a full or a 30? It'll be a 30 for Sioux Center. You can, I think, create some turnovers with the pressure. This is not the best ball handling team around. And the problem is, though, you're doing it with 3 players with 4 fouls.
Well, that's the tough part here for Benton, only really playing 6 deep here for most of this week, at least in the competitive moments of the game here. As you mentioned, Nelson with 4, Jungie with 4, Townsley with 4. Townsley probably one of your more active on-ball defenders along with Tweet. So theoretically, it would be nice to put some more pressure on the ball here, and that was a great job there of pinning the ball on the sideline, forcing her to pick it up in a place where she had no real outlets to go. But again, 24 seconds here on the shot clock with Sioux Center throwing it on the side here. You'd like to continue to pressure if you can.
Inbound for the Warriors. Coming off the high ball screen. Bleeker, drive, kick to the corner, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound fought for, comes right down to Scheidemann, and Nelson fouls out. Didn't mean to bump her, but did.
Well, just curious clock management there for Sioux Center. I know sometimes you just want to take shots when they're available there, but 25 seconds left on the shot clock. That corner 3 is probably going to be open a lot of the time, but worked out for him. And once again, Sioux Center on the glass, picking up their 10th offensive rebound here as Scheidemann will go to the line to shoot 2.
Piper Nelson fouls out. The junior leaves with 3 points in the second half. Addison Phillips will replace her as a free throw by Scheidemann is good. 5 points, 14-point lead now. And that's, if this goes in, will tie their high water mark, and it does.
Well, Benton doesn't have the luxury of being patient anymore. They really need to attack, be ready to shoot it, send a lot of players to the glass, and hope you can chip into this lead.
Tweet, nice move through traffic, weaved her way in and got the left-hand layup.
Well, right away, just split the seams of the zone and a beautiful left-hand finish.
47-34, we come up on halfway here of the fourth quarter, this 3A state championship. Benton needing some stops and some points. Bleeker behind the Scheidemann screen. Drives down the right side of the lane, got doubled, kick to the corner, 3, good. Getting the roll was Schmalbeck.
You know, Schmalbeck hit the front of the rim. It didn't look like it was going to go in. It went back, caught the backboard, bounced off the iron, and dropped in.
Tweet through traffic, and a blocking foul going to be called, and that's going to be the 7th on Sioux Center.
And all of a sudden, Tweet just attacking aggressively here with the dribble. Might have liked to seen that start a little bit sooner here in the second half, but she'll go to the line now to shoot 1-on-1, and she's been excellent from the line here so far this week.
And for the year at 83%. Aubrey Kelly in for McKenna Kramer for Benton Community. 50-34, 3:41 to play here in the ball game.
We'll see if Kelly's in potentially the foul here, but
Jungie misses the free throw. And that is a rarity.
Well, Tweet misses the free throw there.
Tweet,
yes.
I'm sorry. 50-34. Bleeker to Scheidemann. Out top. Going to go one-on-one. Driving in on Phillips and just, I think, lost it out of bounds, but they called it travel first.
And Scheidemann looked like she was going to try to counter back to the middle there, but couldn't quite pick her dribble up in time, and the ball squirted out of her hands there, so Benton will throw it into the backcourt. Kramer comes back in, this time for Jungie. Lead at 16 here, 3:25 to go.
Bobcats going to have to hurry here a little bit. No look pass. Tweet gets it back to Townsley. Emma drives, leaves it for Kramer. Circles left with the high dribble. Hands it off to Tweet. Tweet good. Bounce feed inside. High off the glass. The shot by Phillips won't go though.
And Phillips just rushed it a little bit deep under the backboard there. Couldn't quite finish. A great hustle at the other end. Sioux Center just continuing to attack and transition there. Almost had something at the rim. You wonder if they want to just be a little bit more patient here. 16-point lead, 3 minutes to go.
Bleeker looking to get it in. Still looking. Oh, and a quick 5-second call.
I think you're right about that. Quick 5-second call inside there, Benton. You'll take that as they'll go the other way here. 3:01 to play.
That was a quick 5. They may have been counting by 2s on that one. 50-34, but Benton will take it. Under 3 to play, though. Tweet, they double her to Townsley. Emma drives, picks it up right free throw line. Her pass deflected. Kramer, a fall away 3, and got it right of the key. Kramer's keeping him in it.
Well, once again, that one behind the NBA line there. She is shooting it from 25, 26 feet out and nothing but net.
14 for McKenna Kramer, 50-37. Still a heartbeat here for Benton Community. But 2:27 to go. Into the lane, running one-hander up and good by Kennedy Coy, her first basket.
Oh, tough shot right there. Nice drive inside. Just scooped it up over the front of the rim here to push it back to 15.
52 to 37. Tweet going one-on-one. Leaner, no, but drew the foul on Scheidemann.
Well, you watch this action here. Tweet been super aggressive the last 2 minutes of just driving, launching her body into the defense here to get herself to the line. Can't help but wonder if we would have come out from the second half, from the first minute doing that, where we might be at this point. But Tweet knocks down the first one here, and we'll get a substitution here. Phillips will come out. Jungi comes back in.
16 for Jenna Tweet. In her last game, the all-time leading scorer in Benton Community girls basketball. And got them both. She beat a good one with that as Townsley commits the foul. And that's it for Emma Townsley. She'll foul out with 2:10 left.
Frustrating there. I don't think that you wanted that one quite so quickly. Townsley obviously a pretty accomplished offensive weapon there, but Phillips will check in for her.
Townsley will go out with 2 points.
Bleeker will go to the free throw line. Bleeker, as you mentioned before, 77.8% here on the season. She will shoot 2.
Best free thrower on the team and all net on the first one. We'll pick our play of the game at the conclusion of this one, brought to you by Carpenter's Local 308. One more up, and that one's good. Bleeker with 13, a baker's dozen.
She's had a nice game.
54-39, jump pass to the corner. The freshman Kelly swished for 3.
A good looking shot there from Kelly. Now Kramer commits the foul in the backcourt, and we'll see if this ends up being a parade at the foul line here. The lead is 12.
But you gotta quit fouling Bleeker.
Well, Sioux Center is smart to throw the ball inbounds to her. You're right. You'd like to be a little bit more selective if you can. Get somebody else on the line there that's not shooting 80%. And nevertheless, here we are.
Free throw on the way and good. Bleeker so far 6 out of 6 tonight.
Not bad.
Not bad. From the charity stripe, Megan 7 of 7. 17 points, 56-42, under 2 to play. 14-point deficit. Tweet behind the back dribble. Looking to go one-on-one. Step back. Scheidemann covered it up to the baseline. Junkie jumper is short, and a rebounding foul on Phillips.
It's not necessarily a bad foul right there. That's going to put Vanderwall on the line. She's a 46% shooter. Jungie had a good look there from 15 feet out, just couldn't get it to go. And Phillips being a little bit aggressive, which you should be at this time of the game, trying to get a second chance opportunity off the glass, commits the foul.
Macklin Vanderwall on the line, you mentioned. And the free throw good. 46%. 2 out of 6 tonight. And the second one also good. Might be Sioux Center's night.
Well, it might be. Now on the game here, just 10 of 20 from the line, but it's been enough. 16 of 26 for Sioux Center.
Fall away is good by Tweet from 15 from the right free throw line. 19 for Tweet, right about her average. Throw over the top of the pressure, 58-44. Schmalbeck trapped in the front court, gets it down low to Vanderwall. And they're just going to work some clock now.
As they should, try to spread it out a little bit more here. Bleeker, aggressive drive.
17 seconds, ball through the hands of a Warrior, stolen away by Kramer. She'll drive in and was fouled. Not sure why Sioux Center didn't just let her go.
Especially on the left side of the floor there. Looked like she was a little bit out of control as she was going to the basket, but just trying to run through and see if they could get a deflection there, and Kramer will now go to the line.
McKenna Kramer's had a big second half. 14 points, make it 15. As Reagan Jansen back in now for Sioux Center, and they're going to take Vanderwall out. She just made 2. 58-45. Trying to cut it down to 12, and it's short, no good. And good block out there by Schmalbeck, and then she's fouled in the backcourt with 1:04.
Schmalbeck, not a bad free throw shooter here, 65% on the season.
Third on Kramer with 64 ticks to play. Couple of free throws coming up. Double bonus for a long, long time. And the free throw swished in by Tatum Schmalbeck. Well, Sioux Center has been so close in so many sports, and looks like they're going to get one.
Well, they've played a good game here tonight. The defense has certainly caused problems for Benton all night long. Turnovers, and then Benton getting into some foul trouble here in the second half. Sioux Center's played a good game, and now they're out man-to-man here for the last minute.
Here's Tweed up top. Last minute of her high school career. Trying to use a high ball screen. Now a drive into the lane. Leaner off the glass. Good for Jenna Tweed. 21 for her, matching her uniform number. In the backcourt, Bleeker with 40. And we'll see if Benton will foul here, down 13.
I would imagine they will one more time, perhaps.
And there it is. Tweed from behind.
Tweed, I think, was trying to just reach around there, see if she could poke the dribble out. But Bleeker will now go to the line here to shoot two.
I don't think there's been a field goal in a long time here for Sioux Center. A lot of three-point opportunities tonight for the Warriors. The height has just been the big difference in this basketball game.
Well, the length and then their athleticism defensively, they rotated well. They really pushed Benton out of any of their comfort zone in terms of what they're running on the offensive end, and they've rebounded the ball well at both ends. And here they are up 15, 35 seconds to go, and it looks like Coach Z is going to bring in the substitutes here, and Sioux Center will do so in kind as well.
And Claw will come in. Sophomore into the ball game. Also, Jada Lyons coming in now for Benton. Hannah Greiner checking in. Jessa DeMoss and Laura Jungi coming in. And did Jenna Tweet check out there? Or
She did, yes, she did.
Okay. So Jenna Tweet's career will come to a close. 26 seconds to play. DeMoss has it over on the right side. 19 seconds to play. Shot clock is off. They'll whip it inside. Turnaround hook won't go. And a rebound to Sioux Center. And what happened? They're going to call
We've got a timeout here for Sioux Center just to get some substitutions into the game. As the Sioux Center faithful here.
Kasink's going to come in, and she's been, I think, out all year. This team would be a lot better. She hobbled in there, and that's who they wanted to get in. And she's just going to walk it up the court and hold it there. 62-47. Sioux Center will win their first ever state championship. And Benton's terrific season comes to a close as the Warriors win it by 15 at 62-47. We'll take a break, come back, and have the Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths postgame show for you from Des Moines after this on CRM Live Sports.
Your search for healthy, fast casual in the downtown is over. Whether it's a quick bite you're looking for or a freshly made smoothie, NutriSport and Smoothie has expanded healthy eating in downtown Cedar Rapids. Business professionals as well as gym goers are singing the praises of their freshly made wraps and breakfast bowls, while the smoothie lover can choose from a variety of nutritious fruit and protein options, including your choice of adding the newest Frontline supplements. For a fast, healthy, and convenient downtown option, look no further than NutriSport and Smoothie. Epiphany Dermatology is a full-service dermatology practice that treats all conditions of the skin, hair, and nails. Dr. John Woolner has been practicing and treating patients for over 30 years. Epiphany Dermatology has built a reputation based on reliable customer service and quality skin and hair loss treatments. Epiphany Dermatology also places a special emphasis on skin cancer prevention, screenings, and treatment. Call them to book an appointment at 363-9936 and visit their website at epiphanydermatology.com. Epiphany Dermatology, 5264 Council Street Northeast, Suite 700 in Cedar Rapids.
We'll bring it back here on the Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths post-game show. We'll get you a break coming up in a moment, but they're going to have the all-tournament team. Tatum Schmalbeck from Sioux Center is on the all-tournament team. Schmalbeck with 14 points in the state championship game tonight. McKenna Kramer from Benton makes the all-tournament team off a 15-point performance. She'll be back next year.
From Solon, Haley Miller.
Haley Miller from Solon. Not Callie Levine making the all-tournament team.
From Benton-Shellsburg, Alyssa Griffith.
Alyssa Griffith from Benton-Shellsburg on the all-tournament team as well, the senior for Coach Heisman.
From Benton Community, Jenna Tweet.
Jenna Tweet also on the all-tournament team for Benton, and Sioux Center will have the captain of the all-tournament team. We'll see who that is.
All-tournament team captain from Sioux Center,
And it would be Willow Bleeker, who will be the captain of the all-tournament team. You can win a few games with that group, right?
Absolutely. I've seen most of those faces are familiar from the WAMAC Conference, and again, just speaks to the depth and the quality of athlete that we have over in Eastern Iowa, and couldn't be more proud of the showing of the WAMAC here this week.
This came up a little bit short in this one tonight against a really athletic, really tall, good group of athletes from Sioux Center, and took it immediately to Benton inside, got him into some foul difficulty, and really just could not recover. And we'll have the award as well for the top producer of the game coming up in just a little bit. We will have the stat rundown for you in a moment as Sioux Center wins the state championship. I think Willow Bleeker is going to get a double dip here from the pork producers, which sounds pretty good right now.
Indeed. It's been a long afternoon here.
Yes, it has been.
from Sioux Center, Willow Bleeker.
And Bleeker will get that top producer award. And we'll have the presentation of the runner-up and the state championship trophies. But nothing to hang your head about for Benton community. Terrific season. And they made it all the way for the first time in school history to the state championship game as Benton will get their hardware here.
Well, some long faces over there for the Bobcats, but a lot to be proud of here as they hold up that runner-up trophy to the student section there, and certainly they wanted to get the other one that's just a little bit bigger, but boy, that's going to look pretty good in the trophy case when they get home here tonight or tomorrow.
Sioux Center will get the state championship trophy as they are the fourth place team in the Siouxland, but they are the champions of Class 3A. Funny how that works, but it's happened a lot, certainly, over the years. All right, we will get back, take a break, and come back with the postgame show right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
Cedar Rapids Millwork, providing outstanding service to Eastern Iowa for over 50 years. Quality products, including windows, doors, moldings, hardware, stair parts, specialties, and cabinets. Locally owned and operated, Cedar Rapids Millwork has in-house production, providing innovative quality services for contractors and their customers of the corridor. Cedar Rapids Millwork, 1950 Progress Drive in Hiawatha, and online at cedarrapidsmillwork.com. Looking for reliable and professional plumbing service in the metro area? Look no further than Evans Plumbing. From the smallest and simplest jobs to large commercial plumbing needs, Evans Plumbing will strive to exceed expectations by ensuring that all plumbing work is done to the highest of standards. Evans Plumbing uses only the highest quality parts and equipment to ensure customer satisfaction is guaranteed, and 24-hour emergency service is available. Evans Plumbing, 5070 18th Avenue Southwest, and at evansmasterplumber.com. Carpenters Local 308 in Cedar Rapids is a member of the North Central States Regional Council of Carpenters, representing nearly 27,000 members and their families in the upper Midwest. The union is dedicated to protecting and elevating the economic and social conditions of all workers and to provide our industry with the best trained, most productive, and safest workforce available. Carpenters Local 308 is always looking for new workers to join their ranks. Apprenticeship classes and training are available for you to become a skilled worker for your career. More information on Carpenters Local 308 is available at carpenterslocal308.org. First Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor high school athletics. We understand the hard work and dedication it takes for these students to succeed on the field or in the classroom. At First Federal Credit Union, we work hard every day to listen, solve problems, and are dedicated to finding ways to help you with your financial needs. From home loans to auto loans, checking, or even the best savings rates in town, we're here to help you achieve your goals. Learn more about First Federal Credit Union at firstfedcu.com, member NCUA.
Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths. Your home never looks so beautiful. Plumbing fixtures, a great variety. Transform your home with Plum Supply. Our kitchen designs are amazing. Our service is priceless. Plum Supply. Touch and see. Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
Welcome back to Des Moines after Sioux Center wins the 3A state championship over Benton 62-47. Scott Udash, Coach Nate Sanderson with you. And let's take a look at the final numbers in the ball game. For Sioux Center, 21-5. They are the state champions of 3A. They were led by Willow Bleeker, the 5'8 senior with 17. Tatum Schmalbeck chipped in with 14 points. McKenna Walhoff had 9 off the bench. Macklin Vanderwall with 7. Margot Scheidemann with 6. 5 for Corey Harold and 2 for Kennedy Coy. For Benton, 23-4. The Bobcats end their most successful season in state history. 2 in double figures. Jenna Tweet, McKenna Kramer, both on the all-tournament team. Tweet in her final game as a Bobcat with 21 points, 15 for Kramer, all in the second half. 3 apiece for Zoe Jungie, Piper Nelson, and Aubrey Kelly, and Emma Townsley with 2. Final turnover numbers in the ball game, only 9 for Sioux Center. We mentioned in the pregame if they took care of the ball, they were going to be awful tough to beat. That was the case. Benton only had 11 turnovers in the ball game. Bench scoring, big factor in this one, 15-3, plus 12 right there for Sioux Center in the ball game. Everything else, other big factor here, Nate, was points in the paint. That was 27-10, the advantage for Sioux Center in that one. And I'll let you talk about shooting percentages and rebounding.
Yeah, and that points in the paint probably even more if you count the number of free throws that they made after being fouled at the rim there, but certainly a huge advantage as we expected inside for Sioux Center. From the field, Sioux Center finishes 19-42, 45% from the field, just 4 of 12 from the three-point line at 33%. On the other side, Benton 17 of 47. They shot 36% from the field, just a bit under their season average. They made 9 3-pointers, 9 of 27. McKenna Kramer 4 of 6 in the second half. Tried to shoot the Bobcats back into the game and made some deep threes from all over the court. Closer to the logo than she did to the three-point line, but Benton shooting 33% from 3. But the biggest difference in the game, other than points in the paint, bench scoring, free throws. Sioux Center 20 of 30 at the foul line. Benton just 4 of 10. And anytime your opponent's going to shoot 20 more free throws than you are, it's just going to be difficult to be able to keep up with that. And Benton, unfortunately, not able to do that here tonight.
Yeah, we talked in the pregame how Benton, I think, had a chance to get the guards going a little bit, create some havoc, and just were not able to do that in the ball game. And the 1-3-1 has really stymied this attack for Benton Community. Tweet got going, had a good game, got going penetrating late, set up McKenna Kramer a little bit. And then it's hard to come back when you're dealing with foul trouble, and it was major foul trouble. 3 players with 4, 2 of them fouled out eventually for Benton Community, and just too big a hill to overcome.
Well, and it's just so tough to chase the game. You know, they had the 8-point deficit at the end of the first half. Come out, you want to try to keep it at 4 or 6 or something where you're within arm's length, but once Sioux Center was able to push that out to 10, 11, 13, 15, time's running out here. It's just so difficult to get scores, and you got to get consecutive stops. And credit Sioux Center, their defense, I thought, really did a nice job of pushing Benton out of their comfort zone. They're initiating, as you mentioned during the broadcast, initiating their offense at 35, 40 feet from the basket, where you're just not dangerous. You got to take 3 dribbles before you get into a scoring range there. Their length, their quickness, their rotations, and once again, the advantage on the glass here and inside in the paint was just too much for Benton tonight.
Let's pick our player of the game. It is brought to you by First Federal Credit Union, online at firstfedcu.com. And a big thanks to Tom Chalstrom, everybody at First Federal, for helping us out. They're proud to support high school sports, auto loans, checking, and the best savings rates in town at First Federal Credit Union. And I think we got to go Jenna Tweet. Not only a you always talk about the Lifetime Achievement Awards. I think it was a year. You're probably going to just attend Benton Community graduation just to make sure she crosses the stage. But a lot of people in Benton County probably would love to see her hang around for one more year. But she goes out of Benton as the all-time leading scorer in Bobcat history, and beat a good one with Madison Weekly for that award, and went out with a good game.
Yeah, no, she played well tonight, especially early. She kind of got it going, had 8 points real quick in the first quarter there. And then I thought they made some adjustments in the second half, pushing her off the ball, having Townsley bring it up. It's a little bit harder to keep track of a player in his own defense when they don't have the basketball. And unfortunately, not her best shooting night tonight. Finished 8 of 23 and 3 of 11 from the three-point line, but still 21 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. And just a great overall effort to try to keep her team in the game. And as you mentioned, just an outstanding career at Benton Community. And she won't be going too far away. She'll be able to stay in the blue and white. And the Benton faithful will be able to keep tabs on her at Kirkwood. And I think she's going to be a great asset for that program here in the next couple of years as well.
Saw Coach Matt Haas, assistant coach Matt Haas down there. And watching her tonight from press row was went out with 21 points. But Jenna Tweet is our player of the game, brought to you by First Federal Credit Union. Our play of the game, it is brought to you by Carpenters Local 308, online at carpenterslocal308.org. Dedicated to protecting their workers and providing the best trained workforce available. Apprenticeship classes and training are available. And I don't think there was one key game or game play really to talk about. Seems like every time Benton got it down to 10 or 8 or something like that, it was a big shot, a big free throw, somebody coming up with an offensive rebound, and somebody coming up with a three-pointer for Sioux Center. It's a mark of a good team, and every time they needed it, they just got it tonight.
Well, they had an answer for every little push that Benton had in the second half. And if I was going to pick one, that Schmalbeck 3 right over here to our right in the corner that hit the front of the rim, it looked like it was going to roll out. It came back and hit the backboard, and that again pushed that lead back out to 12, I think, at the time. And just a dagger. You know, you take so much effort to try to chip into that lead late. And as you said, Sioux Center just answered every time and kept the game at arm's length. And again, not to decry the effort from Benton all night tonight, but Sioux Center was a little bit deeper, a little bit bigger, and just a little bit better.
So there you go, that 3, the dagger right there. That is our play of the game, brought to you by Carpenters Local 308. And that's going to put the wraps on a girls basketball season this year. Always good to be on one of the championship nights. Did it twice last year, which was great. And we got the appearance by Benton here in the state championship game. Coming up a little bit short, but still a good year for girls basketball. Promises to be just as good or probably better next year. And we look forward to seeing you. Probably see you before that, too.
Well, I hope so.
And maybe next week.
And if you bring me back next week, Scott, I'm going to wear 2 pairs of socks because my feet are so cold sitting here on top of this
wool
ice.
socks.
There you go. You've got it figured out. But that's years of experience right there. But I'm going to try to get some feeling back in my toes and get prepared in case you need me next week.
All right, sounds good. And want to thank everybody for tuning in all through our girls basketball season. We are not done yet. Boys basketball coming up next week here at the Wells Fargo Arena, starting off with Monday afternoon in 1A with North Lynn taking on Madrid. And then we'll be here for the back-to-back Metro games on Tuesday night. Marion and Cedar Rapids Xavier will be playing. And then Kennedy, the undefeated Cougars, on Wednesday afternoon in Class 4A here at the Boys State Basketball Tournament in Des Moines. That's going to wrap things up for Coach Nate Sanderson. Scott Udash, thanking you for tuning in tonight. Final score in this 3A state championship game, Sioux Center 62 and Benton Community 47. It's been a sports presentation of CRM Live Sports. So long from Wells Fargo Arena here in Des Moines, Iowa.